Good morning, good morning. Y'all know what it is. It's your boy Trey, my man Bishop, and we are First Formation Morning Sports Talk. Bishop, what's good with you, bro?
WGO, what's going on? How y'all living on this Tuesday, man? We made it through Monday, y'all. Everybody, we made it through Monday. So be happy, have a good Tuesday. Let's get it. We got some information for you in regards to sports. So let's go. We got some knucklehead decisions going on here and there, but it is what it is. We're gonna keep it moving. But I'm glad to see no one on here right now. So I got 4856s for all you. Yeah, y'all know how it
Pelican Bay.
finishes. Yeah, y'all
Pelican
know how
Bay, they go to Pelican Bay.
y'all know how it go. Y'all know how the movie go. So, all right. Well, how was your Monday, Trey?
It was cool, man. I had a
Sure. I don't see why not.
well, sure, Anthony.
Let's do that.
All for you, All
Yeah,
for you,
just for you,
Anthony.
Ant. Let's
All for
start.
you.
I'm with
Evidently,
it.
evidently sound like
You
you
got
got
something
something
you
to get
want
off
to
your
get off your
chest.
chest. Yeah. Say it with
I
your
mean,
chest,
you can't be like,
Anthony.
woo! So let's go. So
Obviously,
Anthony,
you want to see something to get us off
yeah,
your
it's just
chest.
evidently it's something that you got something to say. You got a knot in your chest
Mm-hmm.
that you need to get out of it.
Mm-hmm.
So what's up, Anthony? What's the
What
knot
we
in your
talking
chest?
about? What we talking about? Are we
What's
talking
good?
about my? Are we gonna talk about my record? Is that what we talking about? Because I feel like you know what I'm saying. Because we do know this, Anthony. We know Trey ain't finna start about them Lakers. We know that, huh? What's going on, Freddie? We know he
Au
ain't gonna start about
contraire,
them
move
Lakers.
flair. That's see, there you go. Au contraire, move flair.
Oh,
So
Lakers allow Pop to get his, tie the record for most wins by a coach. He allowed the Lakers on the Lakers.
look, look, look,
Lakers help.
look.
No, just one. We're gonna Trey keep that same. Right, Anthony. Right, that same energy. Where you at with that same energy, bro? I feel you, Anthony. Because you
Yeah,
said it yesterday. You said make sure you have that same
yeah.
energy
I
when they
got the
take this
same energy.
L. You
I
said
got
that,
the
Anthony.
same energy. I assure you, I got the same energy on my
You
back
you said
on
that,
my little
Anthony.
in my notes. That was the first thing in which I had. One of the first things I had in reference to the Los Angeles Lakers and their game. Full disclosure, I remember yesterday I said I would not be mad if they
Pop got
got
it win.
if yeah, that's what happened because I kind of expected it. When you
It
look
was
at
coming. Yeah, it
yeah,
was coming sooner or
when
later.
you look
Yeah.
at the scenery, I mean LeBron didn't play,
No,
so
he didn't.
say and not saying that I just feel that was like a homage, like okay, we can go ahead and let Pop get this respect, let Pop get this W. And so, of course, the Los Angeles Lakers took on the San Antonio Spurs in San Antonio, which San Antonio was victorious, improving to 25-40 with a 117-110 victory. As the Lakers' leading scorer had three with 17 points, Russell Westbrook with 17 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists. Malik Monk, 17 rebounds, 17 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, and 17 and 7 from Carmelo Anthony. The Spurs, of course, was led by the point guard Javante Murray, 26 points, 10 rebounds, 8 assists, contributing from Jakob Potel with 18 points and Josh Richardson again 18 points, giving Pop the 13th 1335th victory in his career, tying him for the all-time record with Coach Don Nelson as, of course, his next W. He alone shares the record and continue on from there. Pop, I think they broke a 5-game losing streak and broke the Lakers 2-game winning streak. Bishop, what you think it was? What's good, Steven? Do you think it was a situation in which it was like, you know what, let's go ahead and give Pop this win, or they just couldn't beat him at the end of the day?
Don't do that, Trey. Don't you sit here. See,
I said this yesterday. I
Anthony.
did
This
say
is the
this yesterday.
nonsense. This is the nonsense, Anthony. This is what I be talking about now. Oh, do you think they allowed them to win so that Pop could get
It
no.
happened. It can happen.
No, the Lakers was no. The Lakers was gonna try to get a win. Don't even try. What teams want to allow a coach to beat a record or tie a record on their game in their game? No, because it goes down in the history books as the team that allowed it to happen was the Lakers. So no, that's what you're not gonna do is downplay that or make it an excuse as for why the Lakers lost, bro. But I
I
have to
think
say
they give it
Westbrook
to him.
needs to get it to go ASAP. He's getting disrespected by fans. So yeah, I was gonna say, I mean, first let me say this. Golly, oh there we go. I'm sorry about that. The sound. So first of all, I will say this, right? First, shouts out to Pop, for tying the record. I'm sure I'm sure he's going to beat the record or surpass the record here in the next few days. Good morning, Steve. Been seeing it the whole time. The thing about it is this though, and what you're commenting on, Anthony, is this. Um, I'm glad you mentioned it. So this is what do you Trey? This is what I put up. As you can see, what are your thoughts about fans threatening Westbrook's family? Now, I will say this, right? I've said my piece in regards to you Westbrook, how I feel in regards to him not being in LA. But what I will not do and what I will not tolerate is somebody threatening a man's family and
Hmm.
and disrespecting them. Because when it's all said and done, we all human beings. I know you appreciated by a lot of other Laker fans who don't feel like that should be tolerated in any way, form, or fashion. So with that being said, my heart goes out to Westbrook Russell's family, his wife, his kids. He's really a family man. You can see it by the way he speaks. I'm sure he's not going to tolerate it too much more himself. What I see coming is Westbrook is probably going to retaliate because we know what type of person Westbrook is. What's going on, Irma? Good morning to you. Keep me in your prayers. Well, I'll start my new career. Okay, Irma. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. Oh, look who owns a Trey.
I see Dish.
Big Dish Daddy, what's going on? Lakers need every win to make the playoff. No freaking way they let the Spurs win. Yeah, exactly. I agree with you on that, Dish. Thank you. Tell Trey that. Dish Daddy, you
Stranger,
know how Trey
stranger,
used to be. Trey,
stranger
I
things
mean,
have
Dish
happened.
Daddy, you know how Trey used to be. You see, he
Stranger
trying
things
to
have
downplay.
happened.
That's not cool about family threats. Is so wrong. Absolutely, Steve. And what are your thoughts, Trey? How do you feel about hearing that people are threatening Westbrook's family, his
The
wife?
trolls, the
Yeah,
trolls are out.
I don't even call them trolls, bro. That's a little more worse. That's a little bit worse than trolls, Trey, in
So
my opinion.
the reason I refer to them as considering them trolls is because they're of course they're hiding behind Twitter fingers and
Oh,
Instagram
okay, yeah.
implementation and stuff like that. So of course it's
Cyber
all
bullies
yeah, say all
in a way.
fodder and talk and
Yeah,
stuff like that in a way. So
yeah.
I'm more of a person that believes in if I'm in front of you, if you're saying it, I can respect you more, and
Mhm.
saying then we take care of it from there, as opposed to you saying it behind or even if you let it know who you are and saying it like if we're in front of each other and you saying that, then saying actions become actions and we and go from there. So it's that's where I see it. Of course, like you were saying, that's uncalled for. Some people utilize those type of things as tools to play mind games and stuff like that. At some point, you start to
So
push
you
it
think it's
into it.
so? I mean to cut you off, Trey, but
Yeah, go ahead.
when you say that though, is that a tactic that should be used?
No,
Because
that's what I was about to
you
say. It
sending it
shouldn't be
to his
used.
wife and his
Yeah, it
family has
shouldn't. That's
nothing
what
to
I was
do
about to
with
say.
him.
That's what I was
Yeah,
about to say. It shouldn't be used because a person might view that as the gospel
yeah.
and take it as no, no, you for real. Like what I'm saying. So you don't know. You never know when a person could be playing, when they can be serious. I just rather it be all every sport argument freedom.
This daddy.
The only argument in which I lost at Freeman was USC losing to the losing to the Texas Longhorns. That's the only one.
In national championship game. He
Yes,
always
that's the only
reverts back
one.
to that
That's the only one.
what's his name, Vince Young killed him. He always reverts back to
We ain't have to say all that. We just left it at the.
that. Everybody know that game. That's one of the highlights. So is that the reason why he requested a trade? Who we talking about? Westbrook? I think well,
No, I
that's a
think he
good.
wants. It's not a
Go
good
ahead.
fit for him in LA. I think that's why he requested a trade, or it could be saying save face like, hey, I want out of here to set up before then put it. But at the end of the day, right now, LA isn't the best fit for Russell Westbrook. I honestly believe that truly does have to be the. It has to do with the fact of his role is not solidified. What is it
Mm,
that I came here to do? Like at the
mm.
end of the day, I know what we all can sit here and have talks and conversations and talk and debate it. But at the end of the day, what did I come here to LA to do? And from his own admission, he does not know what that is. He's uncertain in what his role is. Am I the point guard? Am I the two guard? What am I? What am I supposed to be doing? And you know, what I'm
Mhm.
saying so. When you look at that, but then again, you have games like last night. Like, okay, he had 17 points. He was below what we usually see from Russell Westbrook. And so at the end of the day, it's like, okay, is this what I'm supposed to be doing? No, you're supposed to go get it. That's what I thought. He was brought in when they're not around. You go get it. It's all you. You become Russell Westbrook of OKC, and that's what we haven't seen. And when him and LeBron is on the court, is like LeBron says, "Okay, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and fall back and let you do what you do." But then LeBron is, like I said last night, 29 points a game, while Russell Westbrook is sitting at 15 or 16 points a game. So,
But my thing is this though, Trey.
mhm.
My whole thing about it is this: why is Westbrook having such a problem? We looking at Harden going over to the Philly and just falls right in the damn place, bro. Like he belongs there. He
I
falls right
think
into
it's a
place.
difference in
Go ahead.
mentalities.
Hmm?
I think it's a different in ideologies from the coaching positions. So Harden has it may
Mm.
be a little bit. Frank Vogel might be a little docile in his attempts and what he does and pushes to a degree. I'm not saying fully because from my understanding, the everyone else wants wants Westbrook to come off the bench. Vogel continues to say no, he's going to stay the starter. So I mean, he's keeping saying he's pushing his agenda, and that when he needs to bench Westbrook, he benches Westbrook. So
But do you
I do
blame him?
think
Because do you blame
no.
someone like a coach to say I'm letting millions of dollars come off the bench? Like that's you don't pay a person millions of dollars coming off the bench. You know what I'm saying?
So
That's a lot of money in which
it is
Vogel has to
44
answer.
million,
Yeah,
44 million.
exactly. Yeah, that he
So,
has to
but
answer upstairs because you got 44 million sitting on the bench.
so I think that's true. I think what it is from that same point of what you said is so true. So I think what needs to happen is
He is balling still.
Vogel needs to put his foot down and let LeBron know, come off the ball, stay off the ball. This is where I need you at. Russell, this is what I need you to do. So that way he doesn't have to sit up and justify him having to or not having to bring Russell off the bench. It's just one of those things because they don't have a rotation of where, okay, we can defer Russell to the bench because we need to bolster our second line. The first line is having problems. So it's just one of those things where I think Vogel that's the difference. Like LA thrived a bit with two superstars, but then when you neither one of those superstars is in the game, like let's be honest,
Mhm.
Anthony Davis, there was not enough around Anthony Davis to do it by himself.
When he was in New
LeBron,
Orleans.
no, when he was in New Orleans, he could do it by himself. He could get his, but he had a better sort of supporting cast than he did in LA. If LeBron is by himself, LeBron has the propensity to get it done by himself, but that takes its toll, and there wasn't enough around him to do it. So now you have Westbrook. Is when it's three of them all together. There's no real big promise. It's a problem. Like someone's always the odd man out, and always look like Westbrook who gets all the backlash. So, but then Russell had an opportunity to show improve a couple of times in which he hasn't necessarily did. I don't know if they have won a game yet when it was just Russell Westbrook at the helm of
All by
of the
himself.
offense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Oh no, I can't.
it's like there's more problems there than a little bit. I
Excuse me.
think.
You think? Oh, okay. I mean, I just thought about it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, Steve, want Vogel fired. I don't know if Trey does or not. I think he mentioned it before. I think he said it was time for Vogel
I
to
think you need a stronger
go.
coach.
Okay, so there it is. He said Vogel needs to put his foot down and manage the team. Stop letting LeBron talk. So you say that, Anthony, and then this is my thing. So I'm glad you said that, right? God dang it, I did it again. So this is your thing, right? In regards to Vogel, when you say it needs to put his foot down. Do you think? Let me say, do you think Pat Riley puts his foot when it came down to players like Magic Johnson? Do you think he put his foot down with Magic Johnson? Do y'all think what's his name? The coach used to coach the Bulls. Pat, um, what is his name, bro? That also went to the Lakers and won championships for him.
Uh, Phil Jackson.
Phil Jackson. Do y'all think Phil Jackson put his foot down when it came to Jordan saying anything in regards to the team's play? I think it's certain individuals, certain players, when it comes to them talking, people listen. And that's the Michael Jordans. That's the LeBron James. That's the Magic Johnsons. You know what I'm saying? So when it's all said and done, man, I think that's easier said than done. Hell yeah, he did. Riley and Jackson did. You think they put their foot down? I can't see Phil putting his foot down against Mike. I can't.
No, I think
If you listen to half his teammates, Phil didn't put his foot down with Mike. Now, do I feel like they came to a happy medium? Absolutely. But when it came down to it, I believe Phil honestly listened to what Mike had to say. And I'm pretty sure he didn't go against the grain with what Mike had to say. Of course, we weren't in the locker room, so I can't say for sure. But just listening to all the stories, all the, the documentaries in regards to that, bro. I don't know. What do you think, Trey? Do you think that these certain players have the
yeah, I don't believe
capacity
I don't
to,
with
to, to
those
make changes to make to in other words, do you feel as though LeBron is saying whether or not what should happen with Westbrook or how Westbrook should be playing?
So I do not believe from the coaches which we're talking about, the Pat Rileys, the Phil Jacksons. I don't believe that they were, uh,
Popovich's
yeah, the pops. I don't think they were handled by the players. But I think there was I'm very sure there were times in which they needed to flex a little, or sometimes where they needed to, saying take a back seat to some situations. But for the most part, I think they found a way to deal with it. From the reason, like how we know, or saying we've always had talks about these players. I don't think Kobe or
Golden
Shaq.
State.
I don't
Mm-hmm.
think Kobe or Shaq
Yep.
handled Phil Jackson a certain type of way. I think the
Mm-hmm.
front office took care of that, and Phil Jackson coached and did what he had to do. I don't think the same thing for Phil when he was in Chicago
Or in
with
LA.
yeah, same as with Jordan, Rodman. Like Rodman did what he wanted to do.
Which we
That's one
clearly
person we
heard.
know.
We clearly heard. We
Rodman did
clearly
what he
heard.
wanted to do. So
Clearly.
saying
But who got him to come back though? Trey. Who got
true that
see? It
Mike got him to
wasn't
come
Phil.
back.
It wasn't
So
Phil.
yeah,
It was
so
Mike.
but honestly, we know Rodman did exactly what he wanted to do, but that was level.
Right.
Maybe Rodman had a more I ain't gonna say necessary to Jordan, but as a player to a player type situation, as opposed to a player Michael Jordan to Dennis Rodman. I think that's more of that situation there. Of course,
Mm-hmm.
the same thing with Magic and Pat. I'm very sure they had their disagreements and everything, but at the end of the day, what I'm saying,
Okay, but
respect is respect.
let me ask you this. So what do you so and this is going to you as well, Anthony. So who do you think is like running the team over there with Steve Kerr?
Kerr, I think Kerr is.
Despite the fact with
With Steph being there,
Steph,
yeah,
Draymond,
yeah. I think it's Kerr. I definitely
Clay,
think it's still Kerr because it's a little bit different. I think you would have like if Steph had that,
or
if
even
Steph
okay,
had
I
the
even go one
Draymond,
hold
if
that thought,
Steph
hold
had
that
that
thought, hold
Draymond,
that
yeah.
thought 1 second. Hold that one thought 1 second. Don't forget it. Let's even put it better. Who do you think is running it over there with Steve Nash. That's an even better example. Keep the
Nash,
Kurt thing going, but
Nash, Nash. I think Nash.
really,
Yeah, because so remember I told y'all when Harden was there, that Harden was the one that was more of a problem. Nash and well, it's rumored that Nash and KD were on the same shoot of music when they wanted to have a fluid moving offense.
mm-hmm,
James thought it was better to have an ISO type offense.
mm-hmm,
Now, the reason I changed that saying it was rumored because we don't know if that's KD's ideal and Steve is just agreeing with it. But you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day,
mm-hmm,
I look at it as it's that Nash, you know what I'm saying, based on it, that it's Nash's offense. Of course you get the buy-in, as I heard seen someone say earlier, you buy into what your top player is looking. You want to be more conducive, but at the same time, you're the coach. You want to know different
facts.
from and don't for different from as a DFAC manager. You have
Mm-hmm,
certain things in which you wanted to put in place when you took over. I'm very sure it was soldiers that was there from when the last DFAC manager was there, and
mm-hmm.
they probably didn't want certain changes. So of course we just don't go in and you know what I'm saying, and just go in like, well, we just gonna change this. This is how we gonna run things. You want to have an understanding that everyone's and be able to work to everyone's strengths for get the most out the team. But sometimes change has to be in place, and that's change for you or change for the team. But change needs to be in place,
Okay.
and I think that's the same thing. Like, but with if Steph had the Draymond mentality, then we might have a different conversation.
Okay. Okay. I mean, and this is of course going off of what Anthony was asking, but Randy says this. He says many variables going on. Honestly, look at the roster and also the
Hmm.
fact that AD has been out. Different times trying to compare the dynamic is impossible.
Yeah,
Okay.
and that's true. Like that's why I say it comes to different things. Like Westbrook is out, or AD is out and LeBron is out. LeBron
Mm-hmm.
is out. Like, so there's no like it's like a juggling. Like, okay, we just continue. The only thing that's prevalent is that Malik Monk gets his. Uh, Reeves comes in to be the defensive stalwart here and
Catch
there,
everything.
and that's the only thing that's prevalent. LeBron, AD, and Russ are musical chairs, and you never know what you're gonna get. Like would never thought that LeBron was gonna sit out
Mm-hmm.
last night. I think it was Anthony said, or like Dish said, we need all the wins we can get. Why is
Right.
LeBron sitting out?
Right. He said,
That's
well,
why. That's
it was a sore knee. He said it was because
so
of a
they
sore
say.
knee.
So they
Right.
say. So they
Right.
say. So it's like why you know what I'm saying, or maybe they
But
thought,
he
okay,
did
we don't
drop
get the win.
50 the night before now.
Yeah, and maybe they thought that okay, Westbrook could get it done. We don't need LeBron. We're playing the
Well,
Spurs.
in Spurs, right, exactly. That's
And
that's
again,
another thing.
the
Yeah,
Spurs are a professional basketball team at the end of the day.
facts,
Yeah,
facts.
regardless. So it's like, so they even have that thought because we thought it. That's why you picked them, but
Right,
it didn't come out like that. So
I totally agree. I agree. When it's all said and done, initially we was the whole the whole topic was about LeBron. I mean, not LeBron, but Westbrook getting um death, not death threats. Wishes upon
hmm
his family and things of that nature. So it is what it is, man. I just hope everything, people stop being foolish and doing stuff like that toward this man's family, because you wouldn't want that to be done to your family if you wasn't performing on your job. What if somebody threw a death threat or a death wish upon your family because you didn't fold the shirts right at Macy's? So, like, you know what I'm saying, like why are we doing that? It may be that he's not injecting himself as LeBron is at Price. He may not be.
I'm talking
It
about
may be that who's not like as LeBron. Oh,
what
Steph.
Price did.
Steph.
Yeah,
Oh, Steph. Okay. Well, no, I just think with the two different individuals, Steph and LeBron, comparing the two. Golly, I keep hitting that thing. I just think LeBron. We're just talking about LeBron being just a total different person. Whereas,
bro, you got to vibrate on the desk or something over there. You keep on hitting it. What is
no,
going on?
this nigga said
I was like,
vibrate.
he's like,
No,
man, you keep hitting that thing. I'm like, what is
no,
going on?
no, it's the mic, bro. This dude
You
here
got the
because
little
he does
condition.
it.
Like, what's
It's the
going on?
mic,
What y'all
bro.
got
It's
going
the mic.
on? You got the
No,
remote or
it's the
something
mic.
over there? What's
No, it's the
it's in the desk?
mic.
It's in the desk
This
drawer.
dude,
It's a remote.
this dude.
What is
It's a
going
mic,
on?
man. Ain't no
Oh
damn
Jesus!
vibrator. What the fuck? This is
Like,
the
what is
mic, man. And when I hit the mic cord
okay, I
makes
tried.
that
Okay,
humming
I
sound.
got you. I got you.
Yeah. It's cool. The fuck I'm gonna be doing if I go home.
That's why I said the remote. Like you got the remote and hit it like.
Mm-mm. No,
Like, what's going
no.
on?
This is the business area, not that business. This the business area,
It's
not
like
that business.
the living room turns into the red room.
Hey, don't worry about. Hey, you see the couch back there? You see the couch back there? We can just go back to the couch back there and make it happen, baby.
Oh my goodness!
Y'all stupid.
No,
Mm.
nothing going on in the boom boom room.
Yeah, but I will say this. Let me see. Let me look real quick. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what I went 6-2.
Yeah, you went 6-2. I went 5-3.
Oh, okay.
For now,
Okay.
a nice start out. Nice start out.
So as you see, I'm steady staying away. You know, and the only reason I went with the Lakers, I should have went with the Spurs. Only reason why I went with the Lakers because I knew, you know what I'm saying. I figured the Lakers could probably get a win against the Spurs, but of course, my stupidity in getting this not
Of
done. But
course,
it's
again. Yeah, of course. Now, so what? We'll get to that in a second. Anthony, give us a second. We got you, bro.
mm-hmm,
Sacramento
mm-hmm.
played host to the New York Knicks last night. As the Knicks with a 16-point throttle up as they win 131-115, improved to 27-38. Sacramento dropping to 24-43. Of course, led by Julius Randle's 46 points, 10 rebounds, 2 assists, 29 points from RJ Barrett, 8.8 rebounds and 6 assists, 27 points from Emmanuel Quickly. I mean, what can you do with that? Two people over 20, two people with 20, and one with 40. That's a problem. The Kings, however, were led by De'Aaron Fox's 24 points, 19 points from Domantas Sabonis, as well as 23 points from Harrison Barnes. As I said, like it's just the Knicks was in the zone last night. It was too much wasn't able to handle. Uh, I mean, so does Young really make a difference?
I was about to say the same thing. I would think because you're young, a younger team, you have more. Well, the Knicks ain't an old team either, though. They got some
Yeah,
young stuff there. They not like super old over the Kings.
yeah. It's. I think it was just like a situation. It probably was due. They probably was due in which
Mm-hmm.
they enacted what they needed to and got it taken care of. So Sabonis can get it in. I mean, he constantly puts it up. It's just Randall was too much at the end, towards the
Mm-hmm.
end.
Yep. Especially
Of
dropping
course,
40.
yeah. Uh, Last night, the your boy Big Cat, he ain't had one of those games, but the whole team had a game as
Boy.
Portland traveled to Minnesota to take on the Minnesota T Wolves. And it wasn't pretty for them.
Was not.
124-81 was the ending score once the buzzer sounded. The Trailblazers led by Brandon Williams, 27 points, 14 points from Keon Johnson, as well as 11 points from Trendon Walford. Basically, what I see is a bunch of players who I really don't know who they are on the Trailblazers roster. Josh Hart, 6 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists in a dismal game. But we do know them Trailblazers, in which they were in full effect. 27 points from the Big Cat, 13 rebounds, 1 assist, 19 from Malik Beasley, 18 and 11 from Naz Reid. As like I said, the Timberwolves improved to 37-29. Continue to move up the Western Coast final standings as they try to stay out of the play-ins and move into a safe spot at number 6. Detroit, which was the only thing in which I sit up and got that was separate from Bishop, played host to the Atlanta Hawks. In the OT, Detroit was victorious, 113-110, as the Pistons were led by rookie sensation Cade Cunningham, 6 points, 28 points, 6 rebounds, and 10 assists.
He's from Oklahoma
19,
State.
yeah, he is from Oklahoma State. He is a Cowboy.
Yeah, he's a
19,
Cowboy.
19 and 10 from Marvin Bagley III, and 23 from Jeremy Grant. The Hawks, however, were led by, of course, Bogdanovich, 22 points, 5 rebounds, and 6 assists, 14 apiece from Trey and Danilo Gallinari, and 17 and 15 from John Collins and DeAndre Hunter. As he said it again, it wasn't enough. It got them to the overtime, but they wasn't able to hold on. Detroit, three on a 3 game win streak. I'm not saying they're gonna get into the play in or anything like that, but I
Right.
guess I guess more victories help go a long way. I guess. Um,
Facts.
Dallas played host to the Utah Jazz. Um,
Whew,
you,
it was a
you know
battle
what?
on this
And
game.
You know what I see? Luka is about that life. Like Luka wants all the smoke.
Luca
You think
make y'all think he about
you
that.
think
Like
so? I think
Luca
Luka.
don't want
I
no
think
parts of the
Luka
joke,
got
man.
that. Luka got that Serbian.
Joke was like, man, he don't want none of this, man. Joke was like, man, you don't want none of this, bro.
I
You don't
think
want
I
none of
think Luka got that what is he from, the Ukrainian
yeah, some
Yugoslav, yeah, that's something like that from that. He
yeah.
got that, you know what I'm saying, that grit, that fight in him, and he's like, I don't care who you are, we can let's get it, let's crack it. But of course, like you said, Utah takes the L, 103, 111 in favor of the Mavericks, 40 and 25 as they with the victory. 1 game above Utah, who was 40 and 24. The Jazz, of course, were led by Bogdanovich's 21 points after he just dropped 35 the night before. The 11 for 11 from 3-point range. Um, 19 points from Jordan Clarkson, 17 from Donovan Mitchell, and 12 and 13 from Rudy Gobert. The Mavericks were led by Lucas, 35 and 16 with 7 assists, 23 points from Spencer Dinwiddie, as well as 21 points from Dorian Finney-Smith, who is proven to be a nice third wheel in the Mavs offense. So, but I definitely think Luka is about that life.
I said my apologies. I'm thinking we talking about the Nuggets and we talking about the Jazz. Gobert and Luca were going at it. Not
Yeah, it was
yeah,
Gobert and Luka.
yeah, and
He
Luca,
threw
yeah.
the ball at Gobert because he he tossed him the ball.
Yeah, and then they trying to so called get into what we call a scuffle. I guess you would say, man, stop it, sit down, Luca. You know you ain't about that. Luca trying to act like he about that life, bro.
I think
Luca's
Luka's
not
about that
about
life, bro.
that life, bro.
I think
Luca ain't
Luka's
that
about
dude,
that life.
man. You know what? We'll see when it happens to the right person. He picked on Gobert. Come on, Rudy
He
Gobert.
done did it. He done did it to other people in the bubble 2 years ago. He was like showing like he's been building. Like Luka's like, I'm not that. Yeah, okay,
Okay,
whatever,
we're
bro.
gonna see. We're gonna
Now,
see.
him and Montrezl Harrell got into it.
I remember that.
Yeah, so it's like he on the
We'll
right
see.
ones, I think.
Yeah.
Ain't like Xavier McDaniels is around, and those types ain't around for, or Charles Oakley.
Yeah. The bad boys of Detroit. Yeah. None of them
Yeah.
people.
So, additionally, the Rockets traveled to Miami to take on the Heat, the Eastern Conference leading Heat. It wasn't a pretty sight for them, taking the L, 123-106 as the Heat improved to 44 and 22. The Rockets fall to 16 and 45. The Rockets were led by 22 points from Kevin Porter Jr., 16 from Josh Christopher, of course, 14 from Kenyon Martin Jr. Jalen Green dropped 21 and 3 as the Heat were propelled by Tyler Hero's 31 points off the bench. Like Tyler Heroes is
He's
making a
the
firm,
hero.
he's putting a firm grip on that six man of the year and maybe even the most improved player. I don't know, we'll see. But he 31 points off the bench, 21 in the fourth, in the second. Jimmy Butler dropped 21. 11 points, double for PJ Tucker as he scored 11, 12, and 2. An additional Bam with 18 points, 10 rebounds, and 1 assist as the Heat extend their uh, conference lead to 3 games ahead of the Philadelphia 76ers. Of course, speaking on the Sixers, they took on the Chicago Bulls, which I should have went with the Sixers, but I digress.
But he did
Took
not.
on the Chicago Bulls and was victorious with their 5th straight win since James Harden has been
Harden.
interjected
Yep.
into this lineup, winning 121-106, improving to 40 and 24. The Bulls fall to 4th place in the Eastern Conference with the 39 39-26 record. Um, the Bulls was led by Zach LaVine's 24 points, 23 from DeMar DeRozan, 19 from Kobe White. As they, like I said, 13 from Tristan Thompson, but it wasn't enough, nearly enough, no close to enough, as Joel Embiid's 43 points, 14 rebounds, and 2 assists powered the Philadelphia 76ers. 17 points from guard Tyrese Maxey, 12 points from Thibault. We can go on and on and on. James Harden, 16 points, 8 rebounds, 14 assists, taking care of business, distributing the rock as a shooting guard. Like maybe this Harden connection with Thibault, Embiid,
Are they the team to beat in the
Tyrese.
East now?
Nah,
Have they taken over?
I
Or
won't
have
give them
they
that.
taken over? No. So you don't
Won't
feel
give them
like
that yet.
Embiid? You don't feel like Embiid and Harden, Thibault, and all of them has taken over the East? Like you said, they're on a 5-game win streak since Harden has gotten there. They're second behind the Bulls, right, in the East. Why
Yes,
wouldn't you
3 games
consider
behind them.
right 3 games behind them? So they're second. Why wouldn't you consider them the team to beat coming out the East now?
Miami came out of nowhere.
Okay.
And I still believe Chicago has something to say, even though. So you got to think the top three. The top three is
Miami, Chicago,
Miami,
and Philly.
Miami, Philly, Milwaukee, then Chicago. I think Milwaukee is a silent assassin. So the fear that Phil the Deer moniker is still prevalent. So I'm just not ready yet to give it to Philly. Although they're pretty close. I think the addition of Harden definitely makes a difference. So, but I'm not yet. I'm not ready to crown them yet.
Are you not ready to crown them yet?
Nah, not yet.
I
Not
don't
for the
know,
East.
bro.
Not the East.
So let me ask you this: what else does the Philadelphia 76ers have to do to crown them prior to the playoffs, prior to the play in? What else do they have to do to earn your respect as the team to beat?
It's 19 games left. They need to take over the number one seed.
Okay.
So after the 19 games, then we sit and look at, like, if they get back to the 19 seed in grand fashion, like winning just all out, blitzkrieging everybody, and that's what it becomes. Then I'll look at,
So
like,
they have
maybe.
to take over the first seed for you to. They have
Well,
to
I
get.
won't even say first seed. They just need
Okay.
to continue to apply pressure. Like I said, I don't doubt. Like, they're on a 5-game win streak right now, but even like Phoenix did a couple of win streaks in their while they was playing, and then all it took was for Chris Paul to go down for them to start having problems. So it's at this point, I still want to, like, Philadelphia. Where was Philly at prior to Harden getting there? They was like in the top 4, still
Yeah, I
top
was about to
5,
say, yeah.
top 6. So saying they're still in the top 6. Now they're saying they won 5 games, which is propelling them. Everyone else is losing, plus they're beating people. So now that makes a difference. So if Harden is an addition, then I still want to make sure and see that, okay, it's because of Harden, because when they didn't have Harden, they was around, but they wasn't the biggest talk. With Harden, they're climbing, and it may end up being just that. They might end up taking on over the 1 seed and making it hard for someone to come play. But they had the 1 seed last year, and they've had the 1 seed before, and we have not seen the championship out of them yet. So
You're right. But again, that's without Harden. They had that. They
yeah,
did this.
true
Now
that.
they got higher Harden, and
It's a
a whole
different,
different animal.
different type of ball game. And of course, last night's last game, in which we had the Golden State Warriors travel to Denver to take on the Denver Nuggets, which is another L for the Golden State Warriors. Now 43-22. The Nuggets improved to 39-26. The Warriors were paced behind Moses Moody's 30 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 assist, 32 from Jordan Poole with 3 rebounds and 7 assists. 16 points from Jonathan Kuminga, as all the young guns for Golden State took first center stage, but couldn't get it done against Jokic, as he drops his 75th triple double of the year with 32 points, 15 rebounds, 13 assists. 15 points from Austin Rivers, 18 points from Monte Morris, 17 for David Reed, 13 for DeMarcus Cousins, as he had a sighting, at 18 from Jess Green. All the Nuggets players were locked in and were locking step with Jokic as he continues his assault, as trying to blaze his path back to another MVP. If I had to vote, that would be my vote right now. Team Jokic all the way.
Ooh, you is steady disrespecting Embiid, boy.
I'm just
Golly,
saying, man.
you
Like
is
the
disrespecting this dude.
dude is doing all the heavy
And
lifting.
Embiid is not? You are being real
Embiid,
disrespectful,
as we just
bro.
stated, Embiid has weapons.
And Jokic
Jokic,
don't?
Jokic doesn't have the weapons that Embiid has. I will say Embiid is doing damage. Like, remember I said I think you over certain. Embiid is like, I'm locked in and going. History's like he's holding on to it, but I think Jokic is coming. He's in his rear view.
I think it's Embiid's this year, bro.
Embiid
It's
trying to
hard.
get to.
Yeah, I think it's Embiid's turn, bro. To be honest with you, I get it. But this Anthony Price, now the Warriors and the Nets in trouble. That's a good question, Anthony. I know you had asked that earlier, and that's actually a valid question, Anthony. And to be honest, I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on with the Warriors. Everybody thought, including myself, I thought they were going to be better, or well, not better, but I figured, well, better is the true word, but too as well. But not only that, but I thought the Warriors was going to kind of like bounce back when Clay came back. We do know Draymond is not back, but he's supposed to come back this week, I think. Draymond, I think, is scheduled to come back this week to start playing again from his back injury or back problems in which he was having. So let's just see how, and that goes the same for the Nets. The Nets ain't full. We still have the problem with Kyrie. We know what's going on with Kyrie. Ben Simmons still ain't on the court yet. So we're looking at teams that these two teams in regards to the Warriors and the Nets are teams that do not have their full starting lineup. So is it safe to say, are they in trouble? I think it's still a bit early. Like Trey said, there's about 19 games still left in the season. So it's still a little bit early, but even still, they don't have much time to sit out much longer. Whether it's they figure out what's going on with Kyrie and whether or not they're gonna allow him to play at home games, whether Ben Simmons is gonna come out sooner than later. We do know the big game is about to come up in 2 days, which is Thursday, where the Sixers play the Nets. So that's going to be a huge game. That's probably going to have a lot of people watching. But to say that the Warriors and the Nets are in trouble right now, I think it's a bit premature, in my opinion. Anthony, what's your thoughts, Trey?
The both of them are over 40 wins, so it's not. I guess it would depends on what a person's definition of trouble is in this fact of the matter. I don't think they're in trouble in any sense. They may not. They're showing chinks in their armor, but of course, in certain situations, people tend to kind of like lag back and kind of stay a little loose and looking for an opportunity to basically to pounce and assert themselves. So, of course, even with the game with the Philadelphia 76ers and Nets that play on Thursday, there's still, I don't think there's any true implication in that, doing that the fact that the Nets will not be in full strength. And it's a 1 game series. That's 1 game as opposed to a 7 game series. So those are completely different as well when you look at it. So I think they still have an opportunity. Like you said, it's a little premature to say they're in trouble. They haven't the Golden State has shown that they need all they can get at this point, but they got young guns. It's just a matter they go as Curry goes. If Curry's off, then you might have a little bit of a problem. And then, of course, the same thing in Brooklyn. But for the most part, I don't think they're in trouble yet. They still have they got an opportunity still.
Okay. I feel you. Like I said, the big game is coming up on Thursday between the Nets and the Sixers. Everybody's gonna be looking at that. We do have a 6-game slate tonight. Trey, we got the Nets visiting the Hornets at 6 p.m. We have the Cavaliers going into Indiana visiting the Pacers. We got the Phoenix Sun with CP3 still being out, heading out to Orlando. Oh, speaking of which, real quick before I continue on with that, we do know between that Nuggets and Warriors games, y'all do know Steph nor Clay played in that game.
True.
Neither one of them played in that game against the Nuggets, and they still only lost by 6. So So
That's why I
keep that
said that's something to think
keep
of.
that in
Their young
mind.
guns are
Yeah.
pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, keep that in mind. Neither Steph nor Clay played in that game. So that and they still was in that game. So keep that in mind. Phoenix Suns, going back, Phoenix Suns visit the Orlando Magic at 6. The New Orleans Pelicans visit the Memphis Grizzlies. We did hear, Trey. I don't know if you heard, but they say there's a Zion sighting about to come about here soon. They're talking about Zion coming back real soon. We got the Milwaukee Bucks Fear the Deer headed out to OKC at 7 p.m. And we have the LA Clippers visiting the Golden State Warriors on the road. So with those 6 games tonight, Trey, I'm going with my Nets, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Against the Hornets. I know they put a mellow ball, but of course we got Kyrie, so we should be good with Kyrie and KD. That should be a good game. But I'm taking my Nets.
Mm-hmm.
Cavaliers and the Pacers. I'm gonna go with the Cavs. Cleveland on the road in Indiana. I just feel like the Cavs are hitting on all cylinders right now. I'm taking the Cavaliers. Phoenix Suns versus the Magic. I'm taking Phoenix because you still got Booker. You still got what's his name, Guyton, out there doing his thing. The game of the night is probably the Pelicans and the Grizzlies, I think, because over there, CJ McCollum, he's definitely added something over there to New Orleans. Ball over there playing. But again, they got to go against that bad man against Ja Morant in Memphis. So I'm gonna take Memphis. I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna take Memphis at home. I feel Ja feels some type of way. I feel like he was a bit upset about that loss the other night when he dropped 22 and they put him on the bench and they had a 10 or 12 point lead when they put him on the bench and they end up losing that game. So um I'm going with Memphis. And of course, I'm going with Fear the Deer, OKC versus OKC. A Fear the Deer, I'm going with Milwaukee and Giannis, the Greek freak, going out there to OKC. I don't see OKC being no type of threat. And then we got the Clippers and the Warriors, and I feel like the Warriors is going to bounce back tonight versus the Clippers with that close loss against the Denver Nuggets. So I'm taking the Warriors. What you got, Trey? Talk to me.
I think we got about the same. Although if it was without KD, I think I would go with Charlotte. But of course they have KD. Like you said, Kyrie is going to be playing.
Mhm.
I agree with you with the Nets in that one. The Cavaliers are even though they're without Jared Allen, they do still have Mobley. They still have Garland
Right.
and American Markkanen. So I think
Yeah.
they can get taken care of in Indiana. Of course, the Suns. I'm not sure if Booker is still there because he might still be in protocol.
Oh, that's right.
But
He forgot about the protocol. That's right.
yeah,
It's been
but
5 days, ain't it?
however, hmm,
It's been 5 days, hasn't it?
I
Or
think so.
no?
We're just on the cusp of 5 days.
Yeah, okay. He
Yeah.
got to
So,
test.
but
He got to test. He got to test negative first, anyway. Though
hmm so I think I thought about that,
I
but
forgot
then
about
again,
that.
it's Orlando, so maybe
Yeah,
they can still handle business, take care of
yeah.
business. Memphis and the Pelicans.
That's the
Ja is
game.
just Ja I think is going to be a little too much. Or Desmond Bain, Triple J may come back and prove to be a force to be reckoned with. Either although CJ Ingram is balling, I would think this I almost went the other way, but I'm gonna go ahead and stay with Memphis. Of course, Milwaukee outright. I think we'll get. I don't
Definitely.
think SGA is going to be enough alone. Not for the Bucks. So I think the Bucks get the W, and the Clippers. Although they have been effective lately, losing winning 4 of the last 5, but I don't think they have enough. I think, like you said, the Warriors make it known that they are still the Warriors, and they still have to be recognized and are forced to be reckoned with. So I went with the Warriors as well to get the W in Golden State. I mean, in the Bay.
So you didn't have any games that are different then.
No, we got the same game.
Same. Okay. See now watch me. Now watch
So
because of that. Watch this because of this. Watch what I tell y'all. Y'all watch how this games turn out. Now watch me lose like 4 games because we didn't watch the same game. Watch. But I feel you. Somebody like the Suns they on top, so losing games don't mean nothing because they in the playoffs. I feel you on that. I feel you on that, Anthony. I feel where you're going with that. That makes sense. They're not really concerned. They're not trying to get into the play-in. They already, they don't have to play into the play-in. So I totally understand where you're coming from with that. 100%.
So of course Bishop Black at the top. So are you happy, Anthony? I told you I was gonna keep the same energy. I didn't get away from that. When I said, but like I said the day prior, I said that I wouldn't be mad if Pop got his W against the
He
Lakers.
did.
In which when I saw LeBron sitting, I was like, yeah, then he's
Yeah,
gonna get his W possibly.
yeah, yeah. I saw that too, and I was like, damn, I picked the damn Lakers. That's the first thing I thought when I seen LeBron sitting there popping popcorn, or eating popcorn, or whatever that was he was doing. I was like, man, here we go. I said, I knew I should have picked the Spurs.
So of course, though, we're still in this basketball vein. Last night, two more tickets in the NCAA a men's tournament punched their ticket to the dance as the Georgia Southern punches their ticket in the Sun Belt Conference, getting the 81-70 win over the University of Lafayette in Chattanooga on a buzzer beater last second. Can't get no better than this. In grand fashion, y'all know how it is in March Madness. We're in March. Chattanooga decided we're going to start it off early as they win the Southern Conference over Furman with a 64-61 win on the buzzer beater from about, 30, 35, 36 feet out.
Yeah.
Let it fly. Three
Well,
people.
yeah.
How many you said was in his face,
Three,
Bishop? Three men.
three
Three in his
people
face.
surrounded him. Yeah.
From John Baptiste. So, of course, we had those two that punched their ticket. In the women's, UT Arlington beats Troy in the Sun Belt Conference to get their ticket punched. And UConn, back to their status without Belker, beats Villanova 70-40 to win the Big East Championship, punching their ticket. As we know, the Sacramento, I mean, correction, the South Carolina's women's team lost the other night as Kentucky won their championship. But that does not diminish that any less. I'm kind of excited, looking forward to see what the women's tourney is going to look like. I think it's going to be fire, just no different from the men's. Like March Madness is be litty. So of course, what I'm saying, if you're not into sports, I guarantee you, if you watch March Madness, at minimum, you'll be waiting every March to see that every year because it's very sure a spectacle indeed. Um, but Bishop, before we get to what can be a negative factor, um, what do you think about Kirk Herbstreit doing commentary for NFL games? We all know him as a college commentator. Now he's signed the deal to be the analyst for Amazon Prime's Thursday Night Football,
Mm.
along I think side of I think Troy Aikman. I'm not sure if Troy Aikman got a deal or not, but we do know Kurt Herbstreit is going to be doing that, so he will be double dipping with ESPN for college and uh, Amazon for NFL. You think it's going to be a good look? You think he's a good analyst?
I do. I really do
You
like
like
Kirk
Kurt?
Herbstreit. Yeah, I like him better. Well, I won't say I like him better on college game day because I
Mm-hmm.
haven't seen him on the NFL, but I really do like him. I like that whole panel on college game day. Like
Yeah,
I'll get up in
him,
the morning,
Coach. Yeah,
him
yeah.
and Desmond Howard, all of
Lee
them,
Corso,
Lee
Lee
Corso.
Corso.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love that whole panel. I get up on Saturday mornings early just so I can see them because I like what they bring to the table in regards to breaking down the college game. Um, I'm sure. If I'm not mistaken, Herbstreit's son plays college ball still, and
Mm-hmm.
so I'm sure. I think he has another year or two before he's possibly to be able to go into the draft. So, okay, so before he's able to actually go into the draft. So I think, yeah, I feel like maybe he's prepping himself to get ready to prepare himself to get into the NFL spectrum in regards to being an analyst because his son's
Mm-hmm.
probably possibly coming into the league here. So I want to say he might have two sons that's playing college ball. Actually, I think one's a quarterback and I think one's on the defense or something like that. But
Okay.
either way, I do like it. I think, like I said, I like Kirk. He's good. I do. I like him. I like him a lot. I think he should. I think he'd be a good addition. But again, it all depends on who they teaming him with.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if it's going to be a
yeah,
nice mesh.
yeah.
Uh,
Like he has with like he has with the other four guys on college game day.
College game day.
Yeah.
Indeed. Yes, yes, yes. So, on to the other thing.
Hmm.
Yesterday, wide receiver for the Atlanta Hawks, Calvin Ridley, was served a 1 year suspension for gambling. He stated that he only gambled about $1,500 total, which probably equates to $500 on 3 parlay bets. Which a couple of bets had his team, the Atlanta Falcons, in the parlay, but there was no signs of any integrity violations or anything in which it could say that the game was changed, or he had any insider information to the bets. So, Bishop, what do you think? This is an egregious situation? Is the 1 year suspension warranted? What you think?
So we all know that that they have in place that there is no betting, no matter what. Now, what it is been stated that Calvin really, when he did place these bets, he was not on the
Hmm.
team at the time. He was not playing or anything. And like you said, he had no insight on any of the team, any of the bets in which he placed with the Atlanta Falcons, which is his current team. However, um, I mean, a rule is a rule.
Hmm.
I'm glad I'm glad you no longer have your paper in regards to where you put up about contracts and all of that. But a rule is a rule. You know what I'm saying? It's the rule. It's part of the rule. You know the rule. I'm sure it's briefed to you prior to coming in. Just like anything else, you
At
have the
the symposium, that is,
yeah,
hey, this is what you do for gambling. This is what you
right.
don't. Your do's and don'ts.
Facts. You get. I'm sure you get briefed, so it's not something like I'm sure it's not something in which he didn't know. So therefore, it's I truly feel it's fitting because you knew it doesn't. There's no stipulations on whether or not if you're playing or not playing. You can't bet on games as a player. You cannot do it, and they showed four other players. Um, four other players prior to Ridley. Um, had the same thing happen to him all the way back to 1963, 56, and all like all of that. Players all got suspended who got caught betting on games, and they got suspended, excuse me, for an entire year, and then they was able to be reinstated, which he will be able to be reinstated of February of 2023. He be able to be reinstated, not guaranteed he will get reinstated, but he will have the option to be reinstated February of 2023. He will lose $11 million this season coming up, being that he's being suspended for for the entire 2022 season. So I'm sure with them bets, he probably didn't win $11 million. So yeah, that is very detrimental to Calvin Ridley, which I'm sure that's another woe for the Atlanta Falcons, being that we know where the Atlanta Falcons sit. We know how Atlanta Falcon fans feel about Matty Ice. Now he don't have Calvin Ridley. All he has is Pitts. So yeah. What are your thoughts, man?
I agree with you. Like, you basically have it's rules. Like, you know what I'm saying? You
Mm-hmm.
could have set up and betted on anything. It didn't have to bet on games. You could have betted on an NBA game. You could have betted on any
Mm-hmm.
other game. You did not have to bet on football.
Right.
So, of course, he probably thought that it wasn't going to get found out or he wasn't going to get caught. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know what the mindset was or how, but I mean, that's what happened. So, when you take it into consideration, it's just you did it. No different from our talked about Brittany Griner yesterday. You did what you did.
Situation.
Yeah, you did
Mm-hmm.
what you did. Now you got it. Now you caught. You just got to deal with it. Like he said. He said he knew. And then you said you knew you was wrong. So it's like what you expect. You said you knew you was wrong. So now you got to. You just take. It's not like. So it's not. I'm very sure it's spelled out what happens and if you're to your offense. What happens? You knew the
Oh
rules.
yeah.
You said you knew you was wrong.
Oh
So
yeah.
why is it that it's like 1 year, LOL? Like, yeah, I think it's deserving.
Right. I mean, like you said, you knew because, like I said, 4 players prior to you got the same treatment you're about to get. They got suspended for an entire year and had to be reinstated.
One was suspended,
And
and he
one
ended
guy
up
didn't
coming back
even
to
come
make
back.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
one guy
one
didn't come
came
back.
back, and then one came back and actually won, got into the Hall of Fame later in his career. So
right, and one of the guys from didn't come back at all. He last time he played was in 2020 when he first got suspended.
Yeah, he's still going. Yeah, he's still going.
Yeah, he never come back. But that's just, I mean, come on, man. Like you said, man, what it's all said and done. He knew, and I don't know if he, like you said, I don't know if he felt like he wasn't gonna get caught or whatever. However, I don't know how he got caught, but I mean, if they want to find out, they're gonna find out. It might have been best if you to try to do it under somebody else's name.
Well, I think that I was wondering that, but I wonder is that potentially how they might have got caught? Like it's like what happened? Did he win the parlay? Like
But,
what?
come on, but Trey, even still, even if you do it in somebody else's name, right? Whatever, what you don't do it, you do it in somebody else's name, but you do it in person. So you give a person. So in other words, I come to you, Trey. Hey, man, I know the rule in regards to the NFL betting on games. So hey, I'm giving you this 500. Place this bet for me under your name at such and such and such and such. You know what I'm saying? It's me and you. There's no paper trail. There's no, you know what I'm saying? No nothing. All is me and you. Unless somebody got a wire, you got a wire, I got a wire or something. That's the only way you're gonna catch it. 2 things: you can't hide Vegas bets and IRS. True, you can't, Anthony. But if I do it in person, how you gonna prove it? Unless you got somebody watching me. Only way you can prove it is only way you can prove it is somebody watching me or somebody's wearing a wire. But we ain't gonna get that technical. I mean, we just talking about how, and I'm sure that's not, obviously that's not how the way he went about it. That's obviously not the way he went about it. But either way, the suspension is, in my opinion, and like Trey says it as well, the suspension is warranted because you knew. And the fact that you admitted that you knew, it is what it is. Good luck on next year coming back and they reinstating you, which I feel they probably will.
It's unfortunate for him because he had this situation.
What season is he in? What season is
he's supposed to be his third. By the time he come back, he'll be in his 4th season. Because he played his first one, which he showed promise. Then this year he sat out for mental health reasons.
That's right. That's
he's about to be suspended for a year, and so by the time he'll come back, he'll be 2 years removed from the game.
Ooh.
But Atlanta didn't want to say they're not going to trade him. They said they're not going to trade him, but of course that sounds good.
It briefs well.
Yeah, until you realize, like, hey, someone's giving until you
get back on the field. Matty ain't got nobody to throw to but Pitts. Oh yeah, it briefs well.
Yeah,
or you come up on the draft and there's some wide receivers out there that you like. Oh, we ain't got Calvin. Hey man, call Calvin and tell him, hey man, he come get his stuff.
We're gonna go ahead
and pick up this. Yeah,
we're gonna go ahead and send him to Philadelphia.
Yeah, we're gonna. Hey, whoa! We don't need the problem. Whoa, don't you sneak that in there? We don't need the problem. Don't sneak that over there. We got enough problems at wide receiver. We don't need them. We trying to get some. With him coming to Philly ain't helping us at all. We don't need to wait another season. We need somebody right now. But I wish him the best, man. It could have been a lot worse, I guess.
Yeah, it's only. We say it's only a year, but that's glaring when you said how much. 14
like you
million?
said,
you lose
11 million.
11 million.
11 million. That's a lot. When you, like I said, when it's all said and done, I don't know how much money he lost. He's like you said, he only said 1,500, but I believe probably that's it. In quotes, they say he said $1,500.
Yeah,
he said
basically saying that he doesn't have a gambling problem.
And that too. And most people with gambling problem is their first saying
I don't have a problem.
Right, that part. So we'll see. Let's see what he does during the offseason while he's on suspension. And by that time, he has we'll see if he does any more betting. Which I wonder, Trey. So I wonder, being that he's being suspended, does that mean he still can't bet?
Who? Oh, you don't know. So he can't. Yeah, he shouldn't be betting on. I don't
being that he's suspended. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think he could bet, but he shouldn't be betting on his team. I don't know if he can't bet on the NFL or he can't bet on
No,
his
he can't
team.
bet.
I
I
think.
don't think. No, I don't think he could bet. No, it ain't. It just. I don't think you can bet. Period.
Oh well.
Because I think what it is that because you're a player, you may have the possibility, air quotes, to be able to, I guess, what's the word? Influence people maybe to try and throw games.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
because you're in the league and you have access to players and stuff like that. So that's why I think they're not able to bet, period. Especially on your own team too. But even period, while you're in the league. But my question is, now that he's suspended, he's really no longer a part of the NFL because he's suspended. And he has to be reinstated a year later to even come back. So I'm assuming he's able to bet. All eyes on you. Facts, 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 Freddie. Facts. That is true. They do have some. They do have people out there looking and watching, paying attention.
So of course now, additionally, what's going on? Like I said, unfortunate for Calvin Ridley, but as Freddie was saying, all eyes on you. Now he's bringing to the attention, maybe not even to the attention of just himself, but overall to take a look at overall comprehensive look at what is going on in the NFL in the different locker rooms and different spaces in reference to bets at the end of the day. So I guess he needed to extend his pockets. Maybe it was needed. We don't know. We don't know what his life is like. Of course, moving on, continuing on, the NFL salary cap was set yesterday, going to moving up $25 million from to $208.2 million. 208.2 million dollars. At the end of the day, like I said, it's 25 million more than it was last year, which makes it gives the opportunity, which helps people, maybe teams like the Saints who was under over $74 million in the cap. And maybe this helps a little where now they're at 50, 56, 57 million in the cap. So maybe that additional 20, 25 million can help them to get, if you was fine at 74, and get back there if need be. Some teams is really going to be It's going to be helpful too, as they're already under the cap or was just on the edge of being just over the cap a little bit. Now they're under the cap. It helps out, of course. It resets the market altogether for additionally for the franchise tags and everything. What's good, JP? How you doing, sir? Glad to be here. Glad to have you here this morning. Um, so it's going to be interesting to see what teams can do with that now that they have a little more breathing room, who they can bring in, who they're able to get and keep in their organizations. As you know, if you did not know, the franchise tags have till 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, correction, Central Standard Time, to basically get submitted. So of course we had a bunch of players in which we're going to talk about in a second, in which we have that's potentially up for those tags. But if they have till 3 o'clock this afternoon, the Cincinnati Bengals tag safety Jesse Bates gave him the franchise tag. Additionally, they also tagged tight end Cleveland Browns franchise tags tight end um,
Ojoku.
David Njoku to have him to keep him in there. So of course, like we said, the franchise tags yesterday. I gave you the prices for franchise tags. Of course, with the movement of the salary cap, the franchise tag moves too. So for tight ends, Njoku is due to make $10.9 million. 10.9 million for tight ends. Safeties 12.9 million for the 1 year franchise tag. So as they continue, but they can continue to negotiate and find out if there's going to be any movement or if they can go ahead and get a deal in place for franchise players. Again, I say, I got till today, Tuesday, to get the franchise tag. So, Bishop,
Mm-hmm.
let me ask you this on
Mm-hmm.
these franchise tags, right? So, let's play a little game, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you're a DJ, right, and you're looking at these franchise
Like
tags.
like you mean like a real DJ, like spinning the
Yeah,
ones and twos?
yeah, spinning the ones and twos. You're spinning the ones
Okay.
and twos. You're
Okay.
spinning the ones and twos. And so you got two songs: Jodie's "Baby Just Stay"
Mhm.
or Ideals. I think you better leave me alone. Pack your bags and get the hell on.
Yellow.
So you got. So I'm gonna give you a name
Okay.
and their team, and I want you to tell me what you're spinning
JP, what's up?
when
Okay,
they
got
come
you.
out. When they come out,
Okay.
first one, Devontae Adams in Green Bay. Is he getting Jodeci or is he getting Ideal?
Baby, won't you just
So
stay
he's rocking.
for
Okay,
a little
little
while?
while, baby.
Yeah, yeah. I
Okay, okay.
definitely feel like that Vontae Adams. I feel like they're gonna franchise tag him this afternoon before the deadline at 3 p.m. East Central Standard Time. So I do feel like Devontae Adams is going to stay in Green Bay. So yeah.
Okay, okay. Next player.
Mhm.
Chandler Jones in Arizona.
Mm.
The people want to dance. What we get?
Chandler Jones. I'm in Arizona.
Edge rusher in Arizona.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Baby, won't you just stay
Oh, double up. You get back to back. Jodeci back to back.
for a
Okay.
little while? Yeah, yeah, I gotta
Okay.
go. He gotta stay because I feel like Arizona needs that edge rusher. Their defense is missing on some in some areas. However, comma,
Hmm.
I think that him staying is going to be critical to helping their defense build around him and even more. So yeah, I say stay.
Okay. Okay. Next player. Mike Williams in Los Angeles Chargers. Wide receiver, Los Angeles Chargers.
Yeah, they definitely talk about. I saw them talking about him yesterday. Man, yeah, baby, won't you just
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay.
stay?
They gonna give him the loot. Give him the loot.
Yeah, man, because you got to look at Justin Herbert over there. That's
Hmm.
probably his number one. I
Keenan
feel like
Allen. Yeah.
Keenan Allen. Yeah,
Hmm.
well, Keenan Allen probably is the number one. Actually,
He's a
yeah,
good
he's probably the number
compliment
one.
to
Yeah, but oh boys, yeah, he's definitely two. Then he's definitely a two, bro. Like without question, no way someone leaving Rodgers or Adams. Exactly, I totally agree with you, Anthony. No one, come on, man. But we still out on Rodgers. We don't know what's gonna happen with Rodgers. So Adams is kind of like stuck.
hmm. Okay, next one. Next one. Chris Godwin in Tampa Bay.
I think you better leave me alone,
What?
pack your
Pack your
bags,
bags
and
and
get the
get
hell
the hell
on.
on,
Yeah,
cause I don't
yeah,
want you no more. I don't
yeah.
want.
I see him. But to be honest, I think Chris Godwin should leave, but I think he's gonna end up staying. To
Think he's
be
gonna stay
honest, I
there?
think they're gonna tag. I think they're gonna tag him,
You think he'll get
and
tagged today?
yeah, I think he's gonna get tagged. I do.
Okay, okay. So additionally, another one. So we could change it up. Go move to a little hip hop. So in this one, we're gonna even go with a 50 cents.
Mm-hmm.
I get money.
I get money.
You know, say so even that, or we gonna go with Ludacris and Mystico's "Move Beat, Get Out the Way." So we're gonna talk first up. Uh, Christian Kirk to sign $12 million deal in Arizona.
Christian Kirk.
Wide
Oh yeah.
receiver.
Oh yeah.
Does he get the money or is he gonna have to move and get out the way?
I think
I
he
get
gets
it.
the money. I think he gets the money. I get money. I get money. Yeah, I think he gets money.
Okay, so Kirk gets the money. Kirk gets the money.
Oh, Anthony just said Godwin was tagged. I told you. I
Oh, he
told
was
you.
just tagged. Okay, so he was tagged.
I
All right.
knew it. I told you. I felt like he should leave, but I told you. I feel like
And
he
if
was
he
gonna
was
get tagged.
tagged, basically his tag is 18 million.
Yeah,
18.4 million.
yeah. I figured that. I figured he
Okay,
was gonna
okay.
get tagged. But
Mitch
yeah, in
Trubisky.
regards to Kirk. In regards to Kirk, yeah, I think he should
Okay,
he
get
should
the
get the
money.
money because we don't know what's going to happen. Well,
D Hop.
yeah, hot. So you almost have to, man. You almost have
Okay.
to. Go ahead.
Mitchell Trubisky with 10 million a year gets a $10 million a year gig somewhere.
Mitch. Oh, Mitchy Mitch. Ooh. I don't know if he gonna get that, bro.
No, so you
Mm-mm.
going with move, Mitch? Get out
Get
the
out the
way. Get
way.
out
Get
the way.
out the
Okay.
way. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if he gonna get that.
You better not stand in front of my tour bus. So, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I got you. I got you.
Yeah,
That's what's up.
that part.
Okay, I got it. So when you take a look at it, right?
Mm-hmm.
A couple of people, as you know, saying shout out to LaDonna. She did tell us that D. Lawrence was going to get potentially is looking at getting released, the second player in the Cowboys organization that refuses to take a pay cut and is looking at
Mm-hmm.
possibly top players at that. Amari Cooper was one of them we talked about last week. Now I
Mm-hmm.
talk about defensive end. DeMarcus Lawrence is talking about he refuses to take a pay cut to stay with the Cowboys. So they're looking at maybe cutting them. Bishop, what do you say about this?
DeMarcus,
Are you
come on over to Philly, baby. Come on over to Philly, baby. Come on over to Philly,
just so you
baby.
can be like, come on, like you gonna pick the revenge pitch
Yes,
to him like,
sir. Yes, sir. You
hey,
don't
you
want to
play
pay
him
me?
twice a year.
Yep. You
You
don't
get
want to pay me?
twice a year to sit up and do this to them.
Yes. I love it. And we'll take Amari too. Let's take both. Let's take
Yeah,
both.
we can get that as a package deal.
Yeah, let's go. We'll take both. Let's get both. We'll take
So,
both.
what do you think about these players not willing to take cuts, Bishop?
It goes back to what we've always said, man. Is it about the money or is it about you winning championships or winning
Mm-hmm.
Super Bowls? Yeah, I think it's all upon the individuals. We clearly see DeMarcus Lawrence wants money. It's not about championships for him. Because if it was me, I'm gonna be honest with you. Even though as much as I hate the Cowboys, I will say that with that, I would say I would stay because I feel like they just missing key elements to me maybe make a run. Even though it pains me to say that because it's the Cowboys, but facts is facts, and I would definitely I would take a pay cut, long as it wasn't a drastic pay cut. Now you know what I'm saying. Like
So usually,
you
I
ain't finna
think
gonna be no crazy numbers and think I'm finna take a huge boy. I gotta get rid of my house because I'm pay cut. No,
mhm.
I ain't doing
So
none of that.
would you be willing to restructure your contract maybe then to
Yeah,
push
we
the
could.
money to the back?
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, if it's giving me reconstructing my contract, if it's giving me the possibility of maybe winning a Lombardi, absolutely, yeah, I sure would. I don't have a problem. I wouldn't have a problem with that at all.
Because of course you have players like, because there's a huge, there's a couple, Alvin Kamara, Christian McCaffrey, and Ezekiel Elliott are due to hit the big money this year due to their contracts from last year. Of course, Ezekiel Elliott is due what I think 15 or 16 million this year compared
Mm,
to the 6 million he made last year. Uh,
mm.
Alvin Kamara is due 18 million this year compared to the 6 million he made last year, and Christian McCaffrey is due, I think, 14 million this year. So you have that. So it's like I think I would look at it as what you doing to them guys or that guy, because he wasn't 1,000 yard rusher.
Well, see, the only person out of them three that's worth the money to get their money is Alvin. But we know
Mm,
what was going on with Alvin Kamara too. So that
yeah.
that kind of yeah. So in regard to
So
that,
yeah,
yeah,
so I think I would look at that if I was DeMarcus or Amari. Like, hey, who else on the roster is being asked to take a cut? Like, because I'm coming, but it's based on their performance, and I guess they're saying they're not performing. But I
well,
know good and dang
we
well
know, yeah, we
Ezekiel
know.
ain't performing though.
Well, McCaffrey can't stay healthy to be on the field to perform.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
only one performed was Kamara. So you really can't compare yourself to them three, the other two, because the other two didn't stay on the well. Zeke was on the field, but he didn't perform.
He didn't
And then,
perform.
like I said, yeah, and then like I said, McCaffrey, he just couldn't stay healthy enough to judge his performance. So, yeah,
It's it's unfortunate. But
It is.
what do you say to? And like I said, I come on to let's go, let's go, let's go, Honey Badger. We need you. Let's go, man.
Y'all
The
ain't finna
Honey
get the
Badger.
honey badger,
They're gonna
bro.
let him walk, man. They're gonna let him walk.
No, they
Casey,
not.
KC's gonna let him walk. He don't let him try free agency. So of course, like we said, when we say they're
I
gonna
didn't
let
see
him
that
walk,
nowhere.
right?
They said that. You see
Yeah,
that?
he's gonna walk. Yeah, I seen it this morning. He's that he's expected to be able to try go walk into free agency.
They
So
allow him to
understand.
dip in the free agency pool.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Oh
understand when we
wow.
say they go into the free agency does not alleviate, does not resolve the team they play for from having an opportunity. That just means they're going to go ahead and remove the contract of the money that they could have had in the efforts to get more money. And then, of course, it becomes a bidding war where you always come back to where you love and be like, hey, the Raiders are trying to pay me this.
Mm.
What y'all trying to
I,
do?
I feel like he coming to Philly. I feel like Honey
Stanton,
Badger.
where you at, man?
I feel like Honey Badger is coming to Philly. I feel like he looks good in Philly colors. I feel like that's where he wants to be. He's coming to Philly. Come on, Honey
Stanton,
Badger. We
where
got
you
a
at,
spot.
bro?
We got a slot for you. We got a spot for you, bro. We got a spot for you, bro. All these things happening. I'm claiming something. One of these got to happen. Somebody coming to Philly, bro. All this stuff I'm talking about. Somebody coming to Philly. I don't know who it is, but all these people I done spoke about. Somebody coming to Philly, bro. Somebody
Carson
in
Wentz.
these free agencies. Somebody we getting who'd you say? I know you didn't say who. I thought you said who you say.
Carson Wentz.
No, he did. I be damn. And Carson bring his ass back over there to us. He better stay where the hell he at. We know Carson ain't coming back as long as Hurts is there. Carson ain't coming back over there. But we'll take an Aaron Rodgers or Russell Wilson or Deshaun Watson. We'll definitely.
Speaking of Aaron Rodgers, you know Green Bay has offered a tremendous, from my
Yep.
understanding, I haven't seen the numbers. He has offered a tremendous.
That's what Anthony
Uh,
says right there.
Rumor says a new deal would be 2 years, 110 million, making him his contract 4 years, 150 million. Knowing the Packers are 40 million over the cap.
Today is the deadline for it, though. Today is the deadline for him to decide. I think to decide whether or not. Oh no, I think that's the deadline for them to franchise
Yeah,
tag
franchise
Devontae.
tag down to Devontae
That's what
Adams.
it is. That's what it is.
So yeah,
But
I was about to say they said they have a huge deal that's on the table. That's all on the table in which they're hoping to entice Aaron to stay. And if of course if he stays, then it might entice or they might have the money to tag a Devontae, which we just say would be around 18, 17, $19 million for 1 year until they could get a contract in place for him. But of course, that I think they're going to probably franchise tag him, maybe,
who
so they can see
Devontae?
what's going. Yeah, Devontae, so they can
Mm-hmm.
see if, what Aaron does, and if
Oh
worst case
yeah,
they have him for 1 year, then let him walk the following year if he does. If they don't
that would
get
be
Aaron,
smart. Yeah, that would be a smart move. That way, that lets Aaron know. That puts it in Aaron's ball court to say whether or not he really wants to come back with Devontae, knowing they have that chemistry. That put some pressure on Aaron to say whether or not he's gonna walk away from Devontae or if he's gonna stay and try and make a run at it again. So we'll see. I
so
mean, yeah, that's a lot of money though. They threw a massive offer
but
to
at the end of
Rodgers.
the day, what I see and what I know is we don't. They're trying to extend them. They're trying to keep them and get some to probably. I think they're fishing. They're baiting. They're baiting Devontae with Aaron, and they're baiting Aaron with Devontae. So
Mhm.
that's what it seems like.
Vice versa. Yep.
Which it seems like a problem because, of course, if they want Aaron to stay, so they're trying to give him a multiple years so they can know, okay, we're solidified for these X amount of years. But at the same token, we're talking about if he's going to stay or not. It doesn't make a difference if he's going to stay or not. The only thing he can do is request a trade due to the contract that they have in place. They don't have to let him go anywhere. They can
Right.
just
All he
let
can
him.
do
Yeah,
is all he can do
all
is
he can do is retire or
sit out
rotate.
or sit out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying. So it's like this is like all this talk is for what? Like yes, they give him an additional 2 years. It puts him at basically 3 years. Correction, 3 years for 150 million. It's like okay, but like we only on the hook for you for X amount of dollars. We got more seasoned. At the end of the day, if he comes back and says he wants to leave, why hold him?
Who you talking about?
Like
Devontae? You talking about Aaron, right?
Aaron, yeah, because
Yeah.
Devontae, yeah. I mean, even Devontae, if he doesn't, well, I don't think they have offered Devontae anything yet. They're just looking
No,
to
no,
franchise
they
tag him.
franchise. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's all they talking about with
So it's
franchise.
like, why hold these individuals? Just go ahead and let them go. Understand? You know what I'm saying? Let go. You can get something back. You can get something back for Aaron Rodgers at the end of the day, and maybe go after a different quarterback or bring a different quarterback to your system. Allow the quarterback that you drafted to go ahead and be at the helm.
Love, Jordan
Yeah,
Love, yeah.
get love like that's it's you have those choices as opposed to keeping Aaron Rodgers because basically you got everyone in limbo. Your own
Mhm.
organization, where I'm very sure they're doing due diligence and checking other things, but Devontae Adams, that might be a reason that he might feel a certain type of way. He might feel
Yeah.
like he's the reason the team. He helps Aaron Rodgers as opposed to Aaron Rodgers helps him. So
Mm, yeah. Well,
a little too much. I went too far.
yeah, maybe it's just a little bit, just a little bit, just a little bit.
It was like one of those
Be-
things like I can't grab. Oh,
not that part, not that part,
I
not
can't get
that
it
part.
back.
Yeah, because yeah, not that part because Aaron Rodgers has to throw him the ball for him to be
Yeah,
relevant.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
the only thing.
yeah.
So, but yeah, they definitely but and then again, but in a way you're the right. In a way you're right because even though Aaron Rodgers has to throw him the ball, Devontae has to catch the ball too to stack Aaron's stats and stuff like that to make him MVP. So it's it's a give and take over there on both sides. I can't wait to see what happens though. Like you said, the deadline's 3 p.m. our time, Central Standard Time. So we'll see 4 p.m. Eastern Standard. Stop, Trey. Nobody believes in love, not even his own team. Wow. So Anthony, I don't know. So the reason why they don't believe in love, what I feel, Anthony, is the fact that he didn't perform well when he did get in the games in which Aaron didn't play because of what I think he was in COVID protocol at one point, and Aaron had to miss some games because of COVID. So
Mm-hmm.
and Love did not play well at all because of that. I think he played maybe 1 or 2 games because COVID, of course, the COVID protocol was like 5 or 7 days at that time
Mm-hmm.
or something like that to be out. So he was only going to play like maybe 1 to 2 games. Um, and yeah, Love didn't show well, um, which bothers me. In the fact of the matter is that I looked at it like I've stated once before, even for my Eagles, I feel like Aaron should be mentoring Jordan Love while
Mm-hmm.
he's there in Green Bay. That's my personal opinion. I feel that that's how it should work. You have a veteran. Brett Favre did it for Rodgers, so I feel like that's what you as a veteran is. I feel like that's a part of your responsibility,
Mm-hmm.
in my opinion. Whether it doesn't look as though he is, I'm not saying that he isn't though, but I just feel like the way Love played, he came out playing like he was a rookie, which he is. I mean, he was a rookie. He is a rookie, but man, it looked like he wasn't showing any promise. So I don't know, man. I think that's why it's such a big topic in regards to Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay, is
Mm-hmm.
because a lot of people don't have any upside toward Love. And right now, everybody feels as though Green Bay right now is a team to compete for our Lombardi run if Aaron is there.
Mm. So additionally, also Matthew Stafford is in talks, and he's expected to possibly get 45 million a year with
Oof.
it in his extension. As we talked about before, we understand like we have one on one hand we have a two-time back-to-back MVP league MVP winner, but on the other hand we have the reigning Super Bowl champion quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Does those accomplishments equal enough to where there's 40 plus million given, or is money just being thrown around at this point?
Like in regards to Matthew Stafford,
Yeah, I know you believe he's deserving. We've had this conversation
you
before.
have, yeah, we have. And I was about to say my decision hasn't changed, man. The man has won. You have to go off the last thing in which he's done. which is he won you a Lombardi trophy. Something whatchamacallit couldn't do out there when he was in LA. So you have to you practically have to. I mean, we know you don't have to do anything, but in layman's terms, yeah, you kind of do.
You don't want to let it linger. Just go ahead and pay him
Mm-mm.
some money so he can go
Pay
ahead
his
and get
money,
back to
man.
business.
Pay him his money, man. Let him
I
get
think
back
there
to
should be a,
focus
you know
on
what?
the.
I think there should be a clause in the contracts, right?
Oh, here we go.
I think it should be a clause in the
Here
contract.
we
Like
go. Here we go.
if you don't, here's the reason. So that's why Colin Kaepernick had a laden incentive contract when he played. So that way it keeps the price down. But if you're performing to a standard, you get paid. You're going to get paid. You hit all your things. I don't think there's necessarily anything wrong with the this. I know there's it says incentive laden, but just make sure that you're performing. And of course, you know, saying they put some language in there that shows like we understand extenuating circumstances such as injuries. But you know, saying if the projections were good, then you still get your money. But to simply just pay 45 million and things don't go well, or you know, saying teams come in because again, yes, you did win the Super Bowl, brother. But again, you almost threw an interception that didn't get us into the Super Bowl. Like,
Facts.
you know what I'm saying? So those type of things, like if a catch was in play, it's safe to say that we're looking at the Bengals versus the 49ers in the Super Bowl 56. But I mean, it didn't happen, duly noted, and we go on. But and like I said,
Listen,
he did show.
every single day, this dude is gonna bring up about their interception and the 49ers supposedly being in the Super Bowl.
It
Bro,
happened. It happened.
if you don't LIG it, bro, if you don't LIG it,
It
bro,
happened.
let it
It happened.
go. This dude, boy, you starting to
It
sound like
happened.
a you
A
Trey. I'm
Cowboy
about to
fan.
tell you you are you already you already know you starting to sound like a cowboy fan, bro.
Oh
I'm
my
just
goodness.
saying, you just starting to sound like a
I mean, but
cowboy
it's
fan.
let's be real. It's a difference in my rhetoric and a cowboy rhetoric. The difference is we were in the games that were next to it. I haven't lost.
Facts, y'all were
We didn't lose second round. We didn't lose
right,
first round. Like
right.
we're there. So, but I mean, I completely get it. It's just one of those things. So, but again, like on the opposite side of the spectrum, we have it to where Matt Stafford left one team, and a year later, he's raising the Lombardi Trophy. And
Facts. That's
so, I
facts.
mean,
That's true.
so
You're right. But are you saying that y'all can do that with Trey Lance?
yes,
Ooh, let's see. Time will tell. Time. So a lot of people feel like now. I will say this: Trey Lance definitely showed better than Jordan Love. I'll
mm-hmm.
give you that. I'll say that part. But he ain't had that much upside. He ain't had that much upside. He had some upside, but he ain't had that much upside. But okay, we'll see. We'll see. We still got to see what's going on with Garoppolo. They still haven't released him yet, so we got to see.
Well, I don't think they're going to release him. They need to even one, or they're going to have to take. It's going to even have to release, or he's going to have to be traded. If he
Traded.
doesn't get
He got a
released,
year left on his contract.
yeah. So he
Okay.
got a year and 26 million. So
Okay.
they're either going to have to release him or trade him. Of course, if they can't
No,
if they don't
Anthony.
release him,
Anthony. I'm looking at the news. I ain't seen nothing of the sort. I haven't seen nothing of the sort. I believe breaking news. Rodgers agreed to a 4 years, 200 million, 135 up front. Good lord. Let's see if that's true. If it
oh
comes
yeah,
through,
wait,
did it come through? Is that true?
no, I
I
haven't
ain't seen
seen it
that.
yet.
Yeah, I ain't seen that yet, and that would have been up already because I got I got Sports Center and all that up right now. Matter of fact, let me see. Let me go to Sports Center and
It's
see.
still stating that it's an altering offer, but it hasn't seen where he's agreed to it yet.
Oh, that does. You know what though? That does change a lot of the dynamics if that is the case.
Oh yeah, because if he gets that type of money, he's going to reset the market for
Absolutely,
franchise tags.
absolutely, absolutely. That part. But you were saying about what was you saying about what's his name? What were you saying about Trey Lance? Oh no, you were talking about you was talking about
I was about
Garoppolo.
to talk. Yeah, we talked about Garoppolo. I was actually about to start
Oh,
to
it's
talk
on Bleacher
about
Report. Oh, he says on Bleacher Report. I think I got Bleacher Report.
who's the source on Bleacher Report though. But
Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah.
So, but what I was getting ready to say, actually, I was going to bring up your boy, Kyler Murray, to where he's issued another ultimatum, stating that he wants to have clarity before the draft. Either y'all give me an extension before the draft, or I'm sitting out.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, Kyler is on one. Like, bruh, stop it.
Why should he be on one?
Why should he or why shouldn't he?
Why shouldn't he be?
Because you asking for this extension, bro. You ain't showed me nothing yet.
Bro, I showed you enough.
No,
You
you
know,
haven't.
bro, my first 2 seasons, I get it. I get it. I haven't declined. Put it like that. I haven't declined. I haven't inclined, but I haven't declined either.
Exactly. So play out
So,
your contract.
bro, it's a year out. You
Play
have
out
to
your
make
contract.
moves. No,
You ain't
see, there you
showed
go
me
with that
anything.
nonsense again.
You
There
ain't
you go
showed
with
me
that
anything.
nonsense again. There you
No,
go
you're with
that.
that nonsense because he's a boomer sooner.
Got him to
That's
say
where
it,
that
y'all.
that
Got him to
BS.
say it, y'all.
That's what
Got
that
him to say
BS is. That's
it.
where you is with that BS. That's why you
Yes,
still been talking
yes,
about that. You want all the
yes,
dang Sooners to get paid
yes,
regardless of how they doing.
yes.
You want Kyler to get paid.
That's right.
You
Who?
want
No. Who
you
else I say
probably
I want to
want
get paid?
you probably
I didn't say
want
nobody else.
you probably
I did
want
not.
Adrian Peterson to get paid still.
No,
Like,
no. Adrian need to sit his old behind down now. His time is up. Nope. I do not want Adrian Peterson to get paid. Nope. His time is up.
so I just look at it like we as we looked and see, oh yeah, he did. Packers pay Rodgers $200 million. Reigning MVP is about to make a history with a record-setting 4 years, $200 million contract to stay with the Packers.
I think it's about to come up now. Let me see. I think it's about to come up now.
New deal worth $200 million over the 4 years and includes that's $50 million. Includes $153 million guaranteed.
That's what he said. 153, 135. 153.
153.
Oh, he had it backwards. Ian Rappaport's Packers member have agreed to turn $200 million that makes him the highest paid player in NFL history. He's getting a whopping $153 million guaranteed, and his cap number goes down. A monstrous commitment by Green Bay.
Which means that he's opening more money, opening up more money for free agency.
There it is, guys. There it is. It is
He's staying
official.
in Green Bay.
Breaking
It's
news.
on the
There it is.
board.
Yeah, 4 year, $200 million deal with the Packers, 150. So they with so with that,
They about to franchise tag Devontae.
absolutely, he's
Are they gonna
guaranteed.
offer 1 and 2?
No, well, they might offer him now because they don't necessarily need. Well, yeah,
They don't need to
yeah,
use the franchise tag. Probably
they
they might
don't.
offer him now.
They might offer him now. He might not get franchise tag. They might offer him. Well, there it is, y'all.
Or maybe
There it
Devontae's
is.
like, no, I'm good. I want to go.
No, Devontae ain't finna go. He ain't going nowhere. He sure ain't going nowhere now. He ain't going nowhere. That's crazy. Aaron
50
Rodgers
million a
ruffled all
year,
them.
bro.
He ruffled all them feathers, man. And look at what he did. You still wouldn't want to hang out with him, buddy. Said you still wouldn't want to hang out with Rodgers. Why not, buddy? Rodgers, that dude, man. They say he's very intelligent, a very intelligent guy. Rodgers just made the Packers look stupid. He played
Why
them.
say that?
That's what I'm saying. That's no, because I was.
You think so? Really?
Come on, man. He didn't started all this rip and roar. Everybody been talking about Aaron Rodgers for the past 2 months since the Super Bowl ended, and here he go. You know what I'm saying? And went ahead and stayed with the Packers, man. Self-indulgent, unlike you guys.
Appreciate it, buddy.
Appreciate that, buddy. Thanks so much, man. We appreciate that. Yeah, he
50 million for 4 years, bro. Oh
yeah.
my goodness. And he just again, like I said, he reset the market again. So now that the franchise tag for quarterbacks is going to change.
Yeah, because not only that, now you're looking at people
reset it by $5 million.
Yeah, now you're looking at people like Dak Prescott, who's trying to get his money. Remember when he was trying to get his money? Now you're looking at people like Patrick the Great.
They signed into a whole new deal because they voided the next year's contract.
They
They
voided
2023. The 2023 year is voided. The forfeiture provisions were removed from the contract, preventing the Packers from pursuing prorated portions of his signing bonus.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so they made it. Yeah. So with that, highest paid player, if not quarterback, highest paid player
in NFL
history. In NFL history, he has set the bar, y'all. The bar has been set. So the Patrick Mahomes, the Joe Thoroughburrows, bro, bro, bro. These people, man, these guys are finna now. You know what? With that signing, the GOAT is coming back, man.
Yeah, you go.
The GOAT is coming back, bro.
I think he's done.
No, the GOAT is coming back. With that signing of Aaron Rodgers of being the highest paid player ever in NFL history, GOAT is coming back, man. Good old Tom is on his way. Good old Tom is on his way. Wow. That's crazy. 200
This dude
million.
went from a base salary of 26 million to a base salary of 50 million.
Golly, bro. Good Lord, bro. I feel like it's just so backwards, man. We defend our country when we get chump change. These cats go out here and play football, get millions.
Entertainment, man. I tell you this, right? With my
Man.
mom, when I was talking to my mom, right, and she was like, "Babe," she's like, when I was finishing up my degree, she was
Mhm.
like, "Trey, go and why?" I was like, "Mom, I'm thinking I'm stuck, even going into something in medical or sports entertainment," and
Right.
I was like, she was like, "Yeah, because saying with the pandemic and stuff going on, you can be helpful in medical." I was like, "Yeah," but but if I'm in sports entertainment, the pandemic keeps people inside. I need to I need to capitalize on that and be
Right.
able to saying help from a sports entertainment aspect because people are going to want entertainment and
Mhm.
sports is entertaining. And so she was like, "Well," and of course she argued me up and down. Mamas think they know the best.
Mhm.
And so I was like, so of course I went in and continued with the sports entertainment degree. But it's like, yeah, that is entertainment, man. Entertainment sales. And I guess he's entertaining.
Well, I
He better
mean,
not
the sport itself.
he better not go lay a brick though. At
Yeah, the
450
sport itself.
million, like
But see,
he better
that's
not
my
hit the wall.
but that's my whole uh method to my madness of
Hmm.
Tom GOAT coming back. Him coming back is to show you may be the highest played player in NFL history, but
But I'm
I'm
still
about
the
to
king of
show
the
you
till.
why I'm the GOAT, baby. I'm the GOAT. I'm about to show you. I'm gonna come back and ruin everything for you. I'm gonna come back and ruin everything for you. That's why I say the GOAT coming back. Because I'd be petty like that. I'm coming back.
That's
Oh, you
what
the highest,
you coming back.
yeah. You the highest played player. Okay, don't worry. Hey, Arians. Hey man, tell them to put my stuff back in the locker. Put my name back on my thing. Have everything. Have my chips. Y'all know what I like. Y'all, I was with y'all last year. Y'all know what I like. Have all my stuff there. I'll be there for spring training. I'll be there. Yeah.
Where's my pants?
Like Gronk,
Yeah,
after
where's
St. Brown's get
mine? Where's
paid,
my
if
pants?
I'm Adams, I want my money kept. I want my money. Keep that. Absolutely. That's what I'm saying too. Keep that tag. Yeah. You just pay Aaron, but that's the thing,
But that's
Anthony.
the unfortunate thing is they
They
can
don't
tag
have
him.
the money
Yeah,
now. They don't
they can
have the
tag him.
money. Yeah.
Well, they probably had the money because he said he like Buddy was saying he has a lower cap.
Oh, and they freed up the money also
Yeah,
that they
they
were
freed up.
going to
Yeah,
give
they freed up the money probably.
from
So, but I don't
the
know if
old
that money
contract.
was meant for. Yeah, so
The
that's why
old
I say
contract. Yeah.
maybe they are going to offer Adams now instead of just saying
Ooh.
franchise tagging him.
Ooh. Why do you think that, Taylor? Why do you think he needs to leave? Why would you leave, Taylor? Why, if you're Adams, why would you leave when you
I'm
just
leaving.
see
I think I will leave too
why?
because I've been there and we ain't got it done. Let me go somewhere else where I probably can sign to get it done at. I will leave. I think I will leave. Honestly, real,
But
no
you,
cap. I will
yeah,
leave.
but you don't know where you're landing. You don't
Yeah,
know
but
where you're landing.
but he's a free agent. He dictates where he's landing. If I would honestly tell my agent to go. Agent, I give him a set of teams in which I think I can go and I could do some damage in. I would give my agent and tell him, hey, I want to go here, 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 or here. See if you can make it happen, and that's what I would go with, regardless of
Mm,
regardless what's going on. I would go there. So of course, like some people, which we was looking at, we don't know. It's still it's over 16 teams that when we looked at it was 16 teams that had possible different areas in which we didn't know they was going. So now,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying, Green Bay is solidified in theirs. They're good. Like they got Aaron. So that's not gonna be anything. But I would actually like go. I want to leave. I'm free agency is where I want to go. So go ahead, due diligence, see if this team, and this team was able to get me, and go from there. Like
Really, Taylor? Really? Really? Oof. I don't think the Rams could afford him.
yeah, they can't afford them.
The Bengals probably
If they
can. I
did
don't
that,
think
they
the
would have
Rams
to
can
they would have to basically release
reconstruct everybody's contract over there at
or
the Rams.
release. They wouldn't be able to resign Odell. They
OBJ.
wouldn't. They probably would end up releasing Robert Woods, and then you have a Cup, and they would keep Van Jefferson, I'm sure, because he's up
Yeah.
and coming. But a Cup,
Yeah.
can you imagine a Cup and Devontae Adams, bro?
Ooh, wee. Good Lord, that's
And then
scary.
a couple of and then a little, you know, saying some people that you could get in there under under the cap or whatever case like that to offer little small deals that's going to be effective and to play them later.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a problem.
That would be. I would have to honestly agree with you. That would definitely be a problem. I mean, we'll see. Adams got until the 3 p.m. They got 3 until 3 p.m. They either franchise tag him or
Or
allow
offer
him to
something.
go or offer him something too. Yeah, one of the three. Or if Adams play out the year and give it one last chance. That's what Trey
Nah,
was saying.
I'm not giving it nothing. I'm out. I'll 5,000. Like there's no reason. Like I'm good. We had all this time. We had this last contract to still make this work. Now I'm good. You just getting older. I'm getting older. I'm going. I'm good. I'm good. I'm
Even
going
despite the
somewhere else.
money, despite what money they throw at you.
Despite because I probably could go get it from somewhere else. I'm leaving. I would leave. I think I would leave. Honestly, when you look at it, I was like, I will leave on the greener pastures.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I can't wait to see. We'll find out here. Like I said, we find out in a few hours whether or not it happens or not. Yeah, I'm with you. It's all about your finance and future. Is it though, Taylor? It's not about a Lombardi. Does the trophy not play a factor at all? Winning a championship, does that not play a factor whatsoever?
Mike
Adams
B,
is one of the things to
get
say
off the
it's
line,
not.
Mike. Stop it, Mike.
Here you go. Oh my God. What is up with these angst people, bro? Good Lord. Mike, stop it. He ain't going to what's the cap room for the Packers next year?
Let me see. Oh, I've got it right here in front of me. I was just looking at it. I mean, of course, it's switched now,
Yeah,
but
it's gonna change because of the
uh, they had 850,000 in dead money. Correction. No, they didn't.
So that puts Aaron Rodgers at what 40, close to 40 when he with this 4-year contract.
42.
42.
Yeah, he's 38
Okay,
or 36. Is he 36?
I thought he was 36. I thought he was like somewhere. I thought he was
Yeah,
36, 37.
I think he is 36. So
I
yeah,
don't know.
40.
I don't know if Saints grab Russell. Then yes, I see Adams attempting Saints, but Saints open, but not with a new coach.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's 38. He's 38.
No, he is 38. Okay, so
Yeah,
he's
so
42.
42.
42. Ooh. Put him close to the GOAT. The TC, I definitely coming back now. I'm definitely coming back. I'm
So
definitely
yeah,
coming. He's
they're
returning at the end of his contract. Oh yeah. Oh, you talk about Rogers. Oh yeah. If he does all 4 years, he's definitely retired. Yeah, without question.
they got 8 million in dead cap space. Uh, adjusted salary cap. They're 30 million over the salary cap with before 29
Before the contracts
before
are
this.
yeah,
Yeah,
before the
so they're
signing.
30. Yeah, the 51 million.
Oof. Ooh-wee.
29 million. I mean, so
Oof. Because I asked if you tag Adams, what you doing next year? The reason why Anthony asked because if you tag Adams, what are you doing next year? Tagging him again? Oh, good question, man.
I don't think they will continue tagging because that price continues to go up. So like I said, they can tag them this year. I guess if they tag him this year, it would just be to hold him there while they try to work out a deal. If he has a bad year, then of course it's going to look like, well, you ain't doing anything to really surprise us, or where you can do anything. So I would just I would leave and just force their hand to tag me. If not,
But you say that, Trey, you say that you would leave. But what if Rodgers, while negotiating his contract, it was stated that he said, and I'm not saying that it happened, but what if he said to them, look, I like the offer which y'all giving me. I like the numbers, but only way I'll sign this contract, you have to keep Adams. You have to find a way to keep Adams. What if that was a a request by Rodgers behind the scenes?
I'm sure it was a request by him because he won't, unless they have another idea on someone else they was looking to bring in. It was as
Right.
we looked at the Amari Cooper becomes, oh shit,
Oh,
Amari
but
Cooper.
is Amari Cooper or Devontae Adams though?
Yeah, he's not.
Green Bay is going to shoot themselves where they won't keep any of their stars. I see. I hear you. Nope, it will always be about the money. Oh, you think so? I don't think that's the case when it comes to people like Tom or Gronk. Gronk retired, so it couldn't have been about the money. Gronk retired initially. Why come back? It ain't because he was lacking in money. He came back because he wanted a Lombardi with Tom. So I don't think that's the case with all players, Taylor, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Rodgers is about the money. That's what a lot of people keep saying. I hear that. Obviously, it's, proof is in the pudding. We'll keep Winston and grabbing another number 2 wide out and beef our line. We good. So you're good with keeping Winston. We was just talking about this the other day, Mike. So you rather take Winston over Taysom, is what you're saying. You take Winston as your starter, Taysom being an impossible backup, pick up a number 2 wide out like maybe Amari Cooper, and beef up your O line, and y'all good, huh? Okay, I see. Hopefully Winston don't go like my boy said yesterday, the famous Ron, 30 for 30. Hopefully he don't go 30 for 30. But okay, I feel where you going, Mike. You supposed to be about that about your team, though. I get it.
Yeah.
You Saints.
Just like you're about Murray talking about he should be getting the money, then but you're
He
trying to
should get his money, man.
bro,
Get that man
no,
his money, man.
no man, stop it, bro.
What?
Come
Hey, let me ask
on.
you this. Hold on. Let me ask you this. Outside of the fact Aaron Rodgers won an MVP, what's the difference in him and in the Cardinals? They both got bounced out of the playoffs.
True.
And
But
how are you going to ask me?
you're eliminating the only reason why they're trying to give Aaron Rodgers that money and why they're trying to keep him. He's a 2-time back-to-back
I said
MVP.
outside. I did not.
That's
I
what
said
I'm saying. That's
outside
what
of that
like
though.
that, yeah. So,
But
but
the fact of the matter is now to think about now. You're Kyler Murray. You just heard what Aaron Rodgers just made. You just heard.
Mm-hmm.
If you're Kyler Murray, I'm Kyler Murray. I just heard Aaron Rodgers is the highest paid player in NFL history as the quarterback position. I, as Kyler Murray, hearing that, all Aaron Rodgers got on me is MVP. That's what he got on me. MVP.
See this dance I'm doing? When you see this dance and then you start thinking about what song is playing in my head, what have you done for me lately?
I don't know. What is Aaron? You saying that? What is Aaron done for the Packers lately? Outside of get that money.
He's won.
No, that's not. That's an individual accolade. That's an individual accolade.
He took them to the top.
Playoffs.
He took them to the playoffs. True enough,
Did
but he took them to
Kyler
the number one seed in the
that don't matter.
in the NFC.
That don't matter. Did he win the Super Bowl?
No, he did not. But I'm saying
it don't matter what
like
seed you are.
At one point, the Arizona Cardinals.
You see what Taylor said?
Yeah, they took the playoffs. That's true. So at one point, the Arizona Cardinals were clicking on all cylinders. They were 8-0, 11-0, I think. And then they ran into Green Bay on Monday Night Football. And after that, it was a down spiral from there. They lost. They ended up becoming the fourth.
Keep in mind, he didn't have his weapons.
He didn't have a weapon.
He didn't have his weapons. Oh, that's when we talking about Hopkins, it's weapons because he's like more than one guy when he's out there on that field. But anyway, he didn't have
You
that.
are trying to create a narrative for this dude, man. He is not.
No, come on,
I
Trey.
just think I'm not saying that he doesn't deserve his money. I'm just saying I think he deserves to play out. He should at least play out one more season. I understand he's trying to
So
get
why? So
security.
why?
He
Aaron,
wants security.
but you sitting there saying that, but Aaron Rodgers didn't play out his. We're talking about the exact same situation with Aaron Rodgers, and he
Not
just
nowhere
make.
close to the same situation.
How is that not? Aaron Rodgers had one more year left on his contract, did he not?
True. Yes.
Does Kyler Murray not have one more year left on his contract?
He does.
True.
And
So
the
what's the
difference
difference?
is Aaron
Don't you say
Rodgers
no? Don't you
won
do
an
it?
MVP
I
2 years
said
in a
take
row.
that out.
He
Take
took his team.
that out. Trey.
He led his team to the number 1 seed in the NFC, the same seed in which at one point the Arizona Cardinals held until they lost. Like
Did
there's
he
not
have Hopkins?
they're
Did he have
not the
Hopkins?
same. They're not
Did
the
he have
same.
Hopkins?
Aaron
Rodgers had
didn't have
Adams.
Aaron
Yes,
didn't
he
have
did.
he
Yes,
had
he did.
Adams, but he didn't have Jones. Like
So
Kyler Murray had Connor, who was a very potent force on his offense. Like so, they were like, okay, yeah, he was like he didn't have other receivers. He had Green, he had Kirk, he had Ertz.
I got that. Murray isn't worth close to Rodgers. I got that. I'm not saying pay him, but he's asking for what is it, 40 million?
Yeah, he's looking at potentially $40 million.
40 million. I feel like Taylor, he's worth 40 million. I feel like Kyler Murray is worth 40 million, bro.
I'm not saying he's not worth it. I'm just saying he should pay out. Like he has improved a complete utterly in my opinion, he hasn't.
Why do you feel that way, Anthony? Why? Why should Lamar get more than Kyler?
MVP.
And I'll wait.
MVPs. Those individual accolades make a difference, I think. Those are X factors.
I think he'll be happy with that, Taylor. 28 to 30 million. I think Kyler will be happy with that. In my opinion, I think he'll be happy with that. I don't understand why y'all feel like you talking about MVP. I got that. You talking about Lamar got MVP 3 years ago? Here he go. Don't you start. Don't you? Here he go with this damn paper, man. Man. No, that's ain't Lamar's a full offense.
Contract, Lamar.
No. Lamar
we have talks next year. Play out your contract, bro.
No, that's crazy. He's saying that, but we just watched Aaron Rodgers do the exact same thing.
But it doesn't matter with
individual. I said I get that. I'm not ignoring the fact that the individual accolades and because of the MVP. I got that. However, that those individual accolades don't get you.
And then to have the audacity to sit and tell me that let me know or I'm gonna sit out. Well, bro, sit out.
They can't afford that. They can't afford that. The Cardinals can afford to allow Kyler Murray to sit out. No, they cannot. Because the good thing about Kyler Murray is he has a backup that could possibly pay him way more. And that's baseball. See, that's what everybody failed to realize. Kyler Murray can go play baseball. He can go play baseball without question. Without question. Yeah, you say that. You say that. What player has actually benefited sitting out? But see, you just didn't hear. Did you hear what I just said though, Taylor? He could sit out and go play baseball. He could do that. That's the benefits of Kyler Murray. He has that. What's the last three who did it spiraled down? What last three did what?
Sat out.
Sat out. No, yeah, that's probably. But again, Kyler Murray has a backup. He can go play baseball during his sit out. He could do that. And I don't think Trey, who's Arizona's backup QB?
It's not a good one.
Exactly.
But they can go get somebody
in this year's draft.
They can a free agency draft. They can set up and they can find somebody
who's available in free agency that's going to do better than Kyler right now. and I'll wait.
If they're willing to pay Jameis, he's a back. He's a free
Are you?
agent.
I know you're not finna sit here and say Jameis is better than Kyler. I
I
know
didn't say
you.
he's. I'm not saying he's
I
better. I'm
said
just saying he could
no.
be a
I said,
backup.
but that was
Oh,
my question.
probably not anyone better than
Okay,
Kyler, but
okay, that's my
you
point.
don't need
That's
to be
my.
better than Kyler. You just need
Yes,
to
you
be able to give
do.
me. You need to be able to get me wins. That's what you need to get me. That's
Which
what
is
I
better.
went. We're not paying Kyler because we want to ensure that you can get us
You're right,
wins.
Anthony. I forgot about that. You're right. It is a lockout.
It's
You're
like
right.
he
They
all it's
playing.
all around like
Yeah,
like maybe
screw.
don't
You're right.
remember.
I forgot they did. They are locked out today. Matter of fact, today they got to come up with a plan or an agreement, and if not, they're gonna cancel some more games. Jimmy Taylor, stop it. You gassing Trey. Jimmy is not better than Kyler. Stop it. Jimmy G is not better than Kyler. Nope. Can't agree with that one, guy. Sorry. For one, we don't even know how Jimmy gonna be after this shoulder surgery. We don't know what he's gonna be like. That's for sure. Jimmy's about to go under the knife. So once Jimmy goes under the knife, it's going to determine when he comes back. It's going to determine whether or not he's any good or not. They really don't have a whole lot of options, bro. And to be honest, they really don't have a whole lot of options. Tom Brady coming to Arizona. Stop it. I did say the GOAT was coming back though. That would time out in Arizona. Ooh, that would be crazy though. It's another hot, nice climate state. Arizona. I'm not mad at it. I'm not. I am not mad at that at all. Oh, our time has come to an end. Oh my God,
Yeah,
it's 9
so
o'clock.
of
Oh,
course, as we get ready to walk out the door, two more things in which you take a look at, bro. Do you believe in the teasing that Von Miller is doing with his free agency when he put up on his page? Um, am I wearing 58 or 40? That's in correlation to the two numbers that he wore 58 in Denver or 40 in Los Angeles, where he would be going back to. But of course, he came back after the fact and put on his list. Had a checklist. I mean, I had a checklist that said NFC champions, NFC West champions, NFC conference champions, Super Bowl 56 champions, and he had scratched off, and the last thing on his list was run it back. So that's to
mm,
say that okay, he will be back in LA next year,
appreciate you,
maybe,
Freddie.
maybe not. And then lastly, of course, Cooper Kupp said he's ready for his turn, as Aaron Donald and Matt Stafford have been present courtside in LA for them to get the wins. So Coop said he's ready for his turn to be courtside to watch the Los Angeles Lakers get their W. Coop, I look forward to seeing you there, brother. Of course, show up, pull up, tap in.
And of course, LeBron's gonna be at that game. He gonna get on the court, try and show out because Cooper Kupp is there. Try and give high fives to him. California ain't nothing but a bunch of prima donnas just showing out, man. Get out of here, bro. Oh my gosh. Get out of here. I guess they'll be searching for a few more weeks for that W. LA gonna be searching for a few.
So of course, our show has come to an end. We greatly
Yeah,
appreciate
better that.
y'all listening, coming out and rocking with us today, being the formation, getting all this plethora of information as we get the late info. As of course, like we said, tomorrow we'll be able to report what's going on with these franchise tags as we watch market shift and see
Yep.
what's going on. Draft is coming up in April. April, of course, the USL starts their inaugural season. Of course, much more. We get more teams to punch their ticket as we look forward to the big dance. Be on the lookout for that link to go set it up so you can be able to be a part of First Formations.
Right, Stan.
Um,
Right, that's Stan. You see how he
First
did that?
Formations challenge, bracket challenge, much coming up. We greatly appreciate y'all checking it out. Of course, we will stand as a roll fire to you, my brother. We greatly appreciate y'all coming out and listening today. Of course, y'all know to check out E2G. That's Ear to the Ground Sports Network. All you know, saying there's other shows and channels that go on. Check us out on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, wherever you can listen to LinkedIn if you for the business savvy. Hey, it's all over. Bishop, any last words, brother, as we get ready to go?
No, man. We appreciate each and every one of y'all, Anthony's, Taylor's, LaStanton, JT, all of y'all. Definitely appreciate y'all tuning in, watching our show. Buddy coming in, giving us great information, and Anthony Price. Yeah, we really thank y'all, man. Again, without y'all, this wouldn't be a show. And y'all enjoy y'all Tuesday, and we'll see y'all tomorrow. We'll definitely have all the ins and outs about these franchise tags coming in within the
Yeah,
next few hours.
we greatly appreciate y'all. Y'all have a great day. Show attention. Fall out. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Cyro 5 Military Fraternity Incorporated in the building.